Gentlemen, welcome to today's game of old school Dungeons and Dragons. My name is Egan. I'll be your dungeon master, and we have one new player. So welcome to our group, Code. Nice to meet you.
Hello.
Returning to us, we also have Ethan and Saza. So welcome back. All right, I'll post a link to the simulator in the chat. Go on and join in when you're ready. And we'll get started with game preparation.
Fucking love owlbear.
Yeah, it works really good.
Probably the best virtual tabletop.
I mean, comparing it to Roll20, owlbear is way better.
Much smoother, yeah.
Then owlbear's just, or Roll20.
Owlbear's the only one I've used.
The only
Roll20 is just confusing how to connect it to D&D Beyond some points.
I have a D&D Beyond account.
Owlbear's just a lot more simple.
I think I've linked it before.
Old Temple Ruin. Oh, yeah, we're reading that on the report.
Alright, so for the first part of our game, we'll be introducing Code to our group and getting him ready, of course, like everyone else. So, Code, have you ever played OD&D before?
Old school D&D? No, I've played regular D&D through other Discord servers, but never anything like this.
Okay, yeah, so we play it like how they actually played it in the 80s and 70s, maybe?
Besides on computers and not in person?
Right. So, you might be more familiar with modern D&D, and it is a bit different, but same concept. This is a tabletop role-playing game, and it's about adventurers, of course, who go out to hunt monsters and treasures for gold and glory in the medieval world of Dungeons and Dragons. In this game, you will be joining in as a player. You'll take on the role of one of these adventurers in our group, and basically we tell stories about how they set out on expeditions or adventures to, of course, acquire this gold and glory. Very simple on how to play it, so you know what it's about now. Same kind of concept, just I think they kept it the same. 3 steps to play the game. Dungeon Master will start out with, of course, describing to you the situation you're in. Every player will have a chance to choose what they'll do, and then we'll determine the results, typically by rolling dice. That's it. Any questions on what Dungeons and Dragons is or how to play?
No, I'm just curious on how I'm going to be creating a character,
Right. It's quite simple, really. So, if you're on the simulator, the next step is we're going to roll up scores. And then Saza, if you can join it at some point, that'll be good. If you can't, no worries.
I can't join in.
Alright, you can use the dice bot when it's your turn. Code, you're going to be first. So, to start out, you're going to open the dice tray by selecting the dice icon.
Am I doing it in Discord or in owlbear?
You can do it in either. I'm assuming you're on owlbear, so that's why I said select the dice icon. If you want to use the bot,
and I'm
that's
rolling
fine too.
Am I rolling a D100?
No. So you're going to roll 3d6 for every ability score. And you have 6 ability scores. Yep, go ahead. Start by selecting 3 6-sided dice and then clicking roll.
Okay. I got 1, 3, and 1.
Only got 5. So that's a bad start, unfortunately, but keep going.
Do another 3?
Yep, you're going to do this 5 times for all 6 abilities.
11.
Good.
So 5, 11, 8, 11, 8, 12. Is that 6 times?
Yep. So these are your ability scores rolled 3 to 6 down the line. That's how it is done in the old days, right? For ability scores. This basically represents how capable your character is, just like in more modern versions, they have something very similar. But unlike modern versions, you don't get to choose where your scores are. So you can see that your character is very intelligent and dexterous. He's a bit flawed, though. He's pretty physically weak. He's not very sensible or very resilient either.
Where am I seeing this? Am I supposed to be looking at your shared screen?
Yeah. If you're looking at my screen, you can see what I'm talking about. I recorded your abilities on my notepad.
And then which one?
It's the top one.
There,
So.
Okay.
Now
So I'm pretty smart, pretty dexed, and good at talking.
Yep, your character has a good charisma. So,
sweet.
You're gonna choose a class next. There are 7 classes in OD&D. It's very bare bones, unlike more modern versions. It's not as bloated with a bunch of different things. And this one's very basic. You're gonna pick between the classes of cleric, fighter, magic user, thief, or one of the 3 demi-human classes, which are dwarf, elf, or halfling. So between those 7 classes, my recommendations to you, based on your scores, because you're intelligent and dexterous, is either magic user or thief. But it's your choice.
You kind of lost me with the demi-human classes.
Yep, there are 3 demi-human classes.
What makes them so different compared to the other 3? Is it because they are actual based off of race?
Yes, they are not human. The other 4 classes are all men.
Then I'll choose thief.
Okay. Next, you're going to roll 1d4 for your hit points.
So 1d4, just 1?
Yep. Alright, you got 2. And you have a -1 penalty from your low constitution, so you'll be starting with 1 hit point. Next, you can roll 3d6 for money.
That is such a terrible amount of health to have.
Yeah, these usually start with the low
3d6s?
amounts. Yep, 3d6.
12. Alright, and now you can see it.
Alright.
That's cool.
And now you're going to determine what kind of gear you're going to start with. So, with your 12 coppers, immediately we're going to buy you some log picks, costing 3 coppers.
Okay.
You've got...
So are tunic, belt, braids, and shoes just basic clothing everyone starts out with?
Yeah, that was for free. You start with that for free.
Okay.
It's just like the adventurer's basic starting gear. You got helmet, clothing, and 3 to 18 coppers for any additional gear you want. So, in our current group campaign. So with
am I able to wield 2 weapons?
Yeah, sure. If you can afford 2 weapons. What 2 weapons?
So I was looking at the daggers, and it's 3, which will leave me with 3 copper. So I'll buy 2 daggers.
Right. You will need a sheath for both of them if you want to holster them on your belt. Otherwise, your daggers will have no secure spot on your person. Yep, so sheaths. 2 sheaths will cost 2 coppers. So 2 sheath daggers will cost 8 coppers total.
So 2 daggers and 2 sheaths would be, so 8, and then I have 1 left?
Exactly.
Okay.
Now with your last copper, you can save it, or you can spend it. Bear in mind, the bare minimum that you need to survive every day is food, water, and shelter, right? And food is costly. It could cost you 1 copper for a day's worth of food. Do you want to save it, or do you want to spend it?
I'll save the 1 copper point I have.
Okay, so the final step to creating your character is to choose your name. If you don't know any names, we can also randomly generate one.
And I was reading the Halmesian random names.
Yep, this is a old school.
I just do it from there.
You can choose from there, or you can roll. It's a generator. So to generate a name,
I was going to do a roll, but don't know how many times I'm supposed to roll.
Yep, just 2 times. You're gonna roll a set of percentile dice and a d6 together. So percentile is the 2 zeros, the d6 is the 6-sided die.
2 D100s and a D6, yes.
Or
85.
so what I meant by that was you're gonna roll
Oh, separately.
separately, yeah. So it's gonna be a percentile and a d6 like this, right? That's the first syllable. And then you're gonna roll it again.
So my first syllable is bell, B-E-L. And then I do another one?
No, so the percentile represents your syllable, and the 6-sided die represents what chart we look at. So you rolled a 7 on your percentile and a 3 on your chart. Make sense? If you're looking at the chart, this is syllables 1 to 3 and syllables 4 to 6. The 6-sided dice determines what chart you're looking at, and the percentile die determines what syllable you got. So earlier you rolled a 3 on the d6, which means you're on chart 1 to 3, right?
Right.
And you rolled a 7, so you got A-N, Alpha November, right? Now you roll again for the second syllable of your name.
Okay.
75-3. Alright. So you got...
So that would be...
Hal. Yeah. It's your ANHAL.
Oh god, at least there's an H in there.
Alright. And optionally, you can have more syllables, only up to 4 syllables per name. So do you want more syllables, or do you want to stick with 2? 2 is the average.
I'm gonna... Can I roll a D100 and a D10 or a D6 to see what I get and see if I want, or
yeah, you
see
can.
if I want to put it in?
Okay. Yep. It's optional. 79.
So that would be
ANHAL. ANHAL.
I was saying I'm glad that there's an H in between that N and A. Otherwise, it'd be a different word.
Yeah, you're
and
right.
What do you do for titles?
Some players want to take a title if they want, but it's not good to take a title without earning it, right? There's no meaning behind it. Did you want a title? It would be a percentile roll.
No, I'm good for a title because I probably want to be one of those people who would rather earn the title rather than just get stuck with one.
Okay. So you have ANHAL, and now we're gonna move on to the next player. Ethan, you're next. So.
Yep.
Eklund was captured, possibly killed. So today you're rolling a new character.
I'm pretty sure he bled out because I don't think they could. He had suffered a major wound, hit his artery. I don't know if they could have.
That's not very fun.
Alright, well.
Probably. It is what it
based
is.
on the reports, he was captured. He wasn't killed on the spot. So until his death gets confirmed, or his next of kin, wants to, of course, claim he's dead, or claim he's dead, which of course you can't really claim he's dead until you have proof or a long enough period has passed where there's no chance he could have survived. Typically, a month of time passing is long enough to confirm their death, right?
Or captured by cannibals, which probably will eat them.
Yep. So until it's lawfully decided by the bank that you can inherit the money if the death is confirmed, you can't inherit that money.
I'm fine. I'm gonna make a new character today.
Very well. Go ahead and start rolling.
Yep, I'm gonna start rolling. Hopefully I get good charisma, as I'm gonna be hiring my entire family.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some food.
Sure.
First roll, a 9 for strength, a 9 for intelligence, a 9 for wisdom, a 14 for dexterity, 5 for constitution, and An 8 for charisma. That's unfortunate. He looks like he's going to be a thief.
Alright, 1 hit point. -2 penalty.
3 on D. Yeah.
Copper pieces.
Yep. 86. He's poor.
Long picks. What else would you like?
Lockpicks is 3, right?
That's right.
I leave him 4. Is there any...
Short bow, quiver, and arrows?
Let's get a... Yeah, if I can get that.
Yep, it's exactly 4 coppers.
Alright. And then I'm going to use my special to make another character.
Okay, sure. Go ahead. Well, actually,
Alright.
before you do, you gotta name this one.
Oh, name it? Yeah. I bet. Jumping the gun. Alright, on the first chart for 38.
Okay. DRE. Dre. So far. Or Dre.
On the first chart, 93.
Alright. DRELA. Or DRELA. Okay, so it's a woman. Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Next is your second character. Go ahead and start rolling. Hopefully this one is better.
Yeah, a little bit better. So, yeah. Strength is 14. Intelligence is 12. Wisdom is 12. Dexterity is 12. Constitution is 12. And 11. What the fuck?
Alright, this one's good. Alright, we'll close.
Fighter?
Alright, sounds good. Roll a d8 for hit points.
That's a bad.
Yep.
That's a deadly character.
Unfortunately, 1 hit point.
Do you want to use your other reroll? Because you have a reroll now, since your choice roll is broken down into 2 rerolls. Or do you want to save it and stick with 1 for now? Because it's cheap to upgrade those hit points. I wouldn't waste your reroll here. I would earn 10 coppers
Yeah,
and train.
I would. I plan making another character too.
Okay, so a third one with your last reroll?
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm hoping one of them gets good charisma and then uses money, their money to basically hire. That's what I'm hoping here.
Alright, sounds
Okay,
good.
6, 12. Okay,
12 coppers.
okay.
Alright, what kind of gear?
Get him a Gambleson
Alright, Gambison.
and a light shield.
Light shield.
And that would cost him
8 coppers. You're at 4?
8 coppers. At least 4 and
Perhaps a javelin slinging stones or a spear.
thinking here. 1 copper short from a mace. Let's get him a.
Morning Star.
Yeah, you could get Morning Star.
Yeah, why not? Hell yeah. Get a Morning Star.
Other than that, your other choices were hand axe and whatever that.
Yeah. Is there anything special about Morning Stars? Doesn't
They're,
look like it.
they're spiked and they're maces, so they will definitely puncture. They're just cheaper maces and Warhammers, basically, though. The difference is that Warhammers and maces have a slight bonus, right? To damage or to hit.
Yeah, makes sense.
With the Morning Star, so.
And that's everything we need, right? I need to roll his name. Yeah. So on the first part, 33.
Doc.
Yep, Doc.
On the first chart, 93.
DOCKLA?
DOCKLA.
So maybe DRELA and DOCKLA were brother and sister.
Yeah.
Alright.
And I want to make my third character.
Go ahead.
Okay. First roll, 6 for strength, 12 for intelligence, 14 for wisdom, 15 for dexterity, 10 for constitution. Please give me good charisma.
That charisma. 12's not bad.
12, yeah.
What class?
Let's do... a... a halfling.
A halfling? Alright.
Yep.
Sure. Halflings need good strength, dexterity, and constitution, but at least a 9 constitution, so it could be a halfling. Alright.
Yeah.
A d6 for hit points.
Yeah, 3.
You're the tank.
And then copper pieces.
4, unfortunately. But luckily, you get that 5 extra.
That's right. Yep, that's right. Because all his gear is small.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, what other items would you like?
Get him a short bow.
Okay, short bow, quiver, and arrows, 9 or 4 coppers total.
Yep.
Five left.
Get him a Gambleson.
Alright. Small Gambison.
Yep.
Costing 3, 2 left.
Can I buy it with 2?
You could buy.
Get him a javelin.
Okay. Alright, good to go. Final step is a name.
You roll for it.
Go ahead.
On the first chart for 26.
Alright, Sig.
On the second chart for 33.
Alright, Sigben. Interesting.
Been a while since somewhat normal name.
It even feels like a normal name.
Okay, so
And I'm going to play as my fighter.
what's his name?
DOCKLA,
DOCKLA.
my fighter.
How are you able to make 3 characters?
These guys are going to be my retainers, or I plan to. The reason why I was able to make 3 characters because I used. That was before
Yeah,
this
2
game. I had
special rules.
invited. Yeah.
Oh, so you get to create a character depending on how many people you invite?
In the past, yeah. So
Yeah.
he was past rewarded special rolls called rerolls, which can also be exchanged for extra characters instead.
Yeah.
If you invite a player and they play through a game, you get rewarded a special roll.
So at the end of this game, if you play the full game, I get rewarded.
Yep. As a reward for bringing you into our group. So, a small reward.
Yep.
Alright. Tiny.
Anyone can do this, by the way. So if you eventually want to invite others to join our campaign, you will also get rewarded the same way.
Would, but I really don't know anyone. I don't have friends.
It's okay. This is a way to make friends. So, and then we have
a way to make them.
methods on, of course, meeting strangers and bringing them into our campaign. So.
Yeah.
So, I'm thinking every time you play D&D, you're meeting a stranger.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then if you bring more strangers into a group, you just have more friends at that point because you're basically automatically friends once you play a game of D&D. So, together.
How many retainers can? Okay, so I can hire 4 retainers with normal charisma, correct?
Yes, you can retain up to 4 retainers. That's right.
So I have 2 right here. I plan to hire them. I'm going to hire another 2.
Okay, so let me check if they accept the offer first. So DRELA, right?
Of course.
She considers it and eventually accepts. And for Sigpin, he considers it and eventually declines. So he arrived with DOCKLA and DRELA, but is not willing to adventure as DOCKLA's retainer. So he will stay back at base, and he's going on an expedition today.
Okay. Well, that allows me to hire more of my past characters.
Okay, so who else was there that you wanted to hire?
LEFTREB, my halfling.
Alright. We'll check if he wants to come. Just a moment. LEFTREB. Let's see if he's even here at the base.
Yeah. Well, he was at the last base, and you said all my family was able to evacuate safely. So.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
These characters here. Yeah. All of these guys evacuated the base. Yep, LEFTREB would be one of them.
Captured by cannibals.
Alright, so LEFTREB, he will consider it, eventually accepts the offer as well. So
At least I got one halfling to join. And then I am going to hire Loro.
Laura, okay.
Yeah. My thief.
So you have 2 thieves.
Considers the offer and declines.
Okay.
So these 2 decline.
Then I'm going to try to hire my mage. I'm going to try to pronounce this correctly. Karthak. Karthak, the magic user.
Alright, he must have been one of the refugees. Let's see.
I played him when we first met the elves.
All right.
With
So you had
KRACETH.
ETHBOR, KRACETH. That's the one you were talking about.
KRACETH, yes. Yes, KRACETH.
KRACETH. Okay.
Yep.
So let's see if he accepts. Offer considered. Offer accepted. +1 morale. So.
Yeah.
He gladly joins.
So, are rogues supposed to be like, or thieves supposed to be like rogues from the current D&D?
Yes. Rogues are like thieves.
Very much.
So,
they get backstabbed.
Yeah, rogue is based off of thief.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So far I hired 3 people. hire one more. Is Gardolf there? This is one I do not know if he's currently here. Gardolf, the magic user.
Gandalf.
No, not Gandalf.
Wait. So let me just annotate KRACETH joins over +1 morale. So status +1 morale. Let's see. Currently your retainer. Right.
Yeah, Gardolf, the magic user.
Maybe he's in the base somewhere. I'll look up his record and see what happened to him. How do you spell it?
Yep. Okay. It is GARGULF.
Gargle. Okay. Last time he adventured. Oh, he's never been on any adventures, looks like.
Oh. Okay.
Did you know that?
No, I didn't. I forgot. That's why I was like, I can't remember.
You might have generated him, and he never joined an expedition because you were trying to hire him before, and he got confused.
That's might have what have happened. So he probably was like staying at a one of the two camps.
Let's see. Alright, well, I'm assuming he might be here since it's the last base in the area, so.
Yeah.
He declined once again. He is a
Alright.
very independent individual, I guess. He does not want to be employed by another.
Then I am going to try to hire ETHBOR, the cleric.
Alright, just a moment. Yeah, I'll take Gargolf here.
Yeah.
So you want to try to hire ETHBOR. Okay, let's see.
Yeah. ETHBOR.
Offer considered. Offer accepted. Alright, so we got
Alright, that's 4 retainers.
Yes.
God, Ethan.
Yeah, I intend to wage war against the... to push
People
back.
we're fighting today,
Yeah.
whoever they may be.
And you guys are my assistants.
Assistance is a
Yada,
strong
yada,
word.
yada.
I decline.
Yeah, I know.
I decline the name assistant.
Yeah, they're my teammates.
Alright, so now it's, let's see, so we have DOCKLA and his retinue now. We have, of course, Code's new character, our first character, ANHAL. So we add ANHAL to the listing.
Always see ANHAL as a very dangerous name, dangerously close to another name or another word.
The English
Oh.
language is tricky.
You just now realizing that?
Yeah, it's like...
I realized that after I got the role of Hal, I was like, take away the H, and that's another word.
That would be bad, yeah.
Yeah, but, alright, let's see.
You must hate your life if your parents named you Anal.
Yeah, Jesus, that would be bad.
Alright, Salza, it's your turn. Would you like to continue as Garbes?
I would like to continue as Garbes and also character.
Yep, of course.
Okay.
So, as Garbes, do you have anything you want to do to prepare for this expedition?
Me?
Yeah. Do you have 1 copper, so do you want to spend
Sorry.
it? Or do you want to switch up your spells?
No, I'll keep it.
And you can memorize up to 2 sleep spells, so.
2 sleep spells?
Yeah.
Or 2 spells?
2 spells,
That's
because you
just
only have
no-
1 spell in your book, so you can memorize it twice.
Yeah, I'll just, I guess, how, wait, what is it? Does that double reduce mana cost?
It just means you can cast it twice per day.
Oh. Oh, yeah, I'll memorize it twice.
Yep. So as a level 1 magic user, with our house rule, magic users memorize twice as many spells. At level 1, typically magic users memorize up to 1 spell, but with our house rule, it's 2 spells. Alright, so Saza is Garbes, and he's also recruiting a retainer, hopefully. So go ahead and start rolling up your new character.
Okay, so I do
3d6 per roll.
slash roll dice 6 3d6.
Oh yeah, if you're gonna use the dice rolls, yep. Slash roll space 6 space 3d6, exactly.
So not roll dice, just roll.
Yep, just slash roll space 6 space 3d6 in the dice rolls channel. Good.
Okay, so 10, 10, 10, 9, 9, 14.
Alright,
He looks really good.
capable at
But
everything, no
Wait,
flaws.
what's that last
Charisma.
score?
So you would be able to hire more men.
Dang.
You would make a good leader, right?
Okay, so
Wow.
now I roll, or I choose, and then
You get the charisma in morning.
I'm gonna go thief.
Alright, go ahead and roll 1d4 for hit points.
Or just roll d4.
Yep, slash roll space 1d4.
Oh, hold up, it just, okay. Guys,
Nice, Max.
I got a 4. Let's go.
Go ahead and roll 3d6 for money. Nice.
Got 13.
So besides some lockpicks, which cost 3 coppers, what other gear would you like to start with? Or would you like some recommendations?
For a weapon, I think I will get. Wait, I have how many copper pieces left? I have like 10?
Yes, you have 10 left.
Okay, so I'll take a spear. 1 spear. Or actually, wait, no, I won't do a spear. Can I do a quarterstaff?
Yeah. Are you sure?
Okay. Yeah, I'll do a quarterstaff.
Okay.
And with that, I will also I'll take a Jambia.
Jambia? Jambai? Okay.
Yeah,
Your
Jambia.
dagger.
And then I'll like to buy a pound of rations.
You will need a sheath for the Jambia.
Oh yeah, I'll take a sheath. How many do I have left?
Alright. Just a moment, let me double check the price. So quarterstaff cost 2 coppers, and a Jambia costs 4. The sheath, it's 5, so 7. Let's see, so 5, 6, 7.
So I have 3 left.
5, 7. Yep, so minus 7, so yep, you have 3.
I'll take a pound of rations, and then that'll be it.
You'll need a bag to carry those rations. So what kind of bag do you want? Do you want?
Oh yeah, I'll take a knapsack.
Okay.
And then can I do the name?
Yep.
Gambit.
Okay.
All right, and I'll be right back. I gotta go grab some stuff.
Sure.
Man, what is with people buying quarterstaffs?
Well, preferably he didn't leave before he left, or I mean, before he finished his turn, because it's still his turn. So when it's your turn, guys, try not to leave. If you're gonna leave on someone else's turn. You know,
Well, he probably thought it was the end of his turn.
Because he still has to figure out who he's playing as, and I think he said he's gonna play
He said
as
he was
Garbes.
playing.
So we gotta roll to see if he's able to hire Gambit. So I'll do that without him, I guess. Let's see. Offer
The other thing is, I
accepted.
think quarterstaffs are usually good for if you're very dexterous.
-2 penalty, still accepted. Yeah, Garbes is able to hire up to only like 2 guys. And most guys have a hard time listening to him. So charisma, of course, is when it comes to leadership. You know,
Yeah.
it's your ability to
That's
communicate
gonna
and to convey, or and
Can't
to
really
listen
rely
to.
on his retainer because he might break before anything happens.
That's gonna be bad, trying to tell your subordinate what to do and they just don't listen to a single word you say.
Yeah, because because of his minus to charisma, he has a really big penalty for
Garb struggles to be listened to, right? He's a quiet talker or stutters or whatever. So
yeah.
Give him a disability because he's bad at charisma.
Yeah, for his charisma score, he only has a 5.
Yeah.
For morale, that's horrible.
he's pretty quiet, or he's not very
Don't
vocal.
let him make the big speeches before a battle.
Oh yeah, definitely not. That's why I'm leading my big retinue. Preferably, I wish I had better charisma because I could have hired way more people and.
I mean, I have great charisma for my character.
Yeah.
Even at the first one, it's still great charisma.
You have 12 charisma, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's normal charisma. Average charisma.
It's better than 5.
Better than 5.
I mean, technically, I could have gone magic as well if I wanted to. So I'm also really good at intelligence.
Yeah, I got an luckily I was able to get at least. Luckily, we have 2 magic users. One that is an NPC under my retinue.
A retainer.
And player, yeah.
And a lot of thieves.
Mm-hmm. A lot of thieves, because I'm planning to do firing lines. Or have the thieves sneak behind the enemy and backstab them while...
So is this heavy combat related?
It can
Or
be.
question, is it more combat or more roleplay?
So OD&D, if you don't know the real roots of real D&D, it's in wargaming. So war is a big part of the game, but still negotiations and playing your role is also important. If you're talking in terms of role playing as in speaking as if you're your character, that's been emphasized mainly in modern D&D, but role playing in the old days emphasized more than that. It meant speaking, thinking, and acting as if you're your character. So you'll be speaking as your character, thinking as if you're your character, and talking and acting as if you're a character. So by action, of course, you're doing your job. By thinking, you're thinking as if you're them. What would you do if you were them? And by speaking, what would you say if you were them, right? So that's it. So.
And do you choose from a certain race, or are we just humans?
In modern D&D, there's races heavily emphasized as an important factor. In OD&D, it's not. Typically, you're just a man, right? Unless you play one of the special classes, the demi-human classes, then you're a different race. But the focus wasn't really on race. And if you do not want to know what race you are, it's depending on your name. So if you were to pick a German name, you would be the equivalent to a German in this world of D&D, right? You would look Germanic. So.
Also, we'll say the whole not having race thing is actually kind of only unique to the basic line of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yep. More modern versions.
With like with advanced Dungeons and Dragons, that's when they had
race
races.
And class. That comes later though. So.
Yeah.
Basic is based off
actually,
of original D&D, white box. So.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure advanced actually came before basic and expert.
No,
I believe.
basic expert came before advanced D&D. That's why it's called basic and expert, and then you switch to advanced later.
When?
Basic and expert is a revision by Tom Mulvey and Cook, and they of course revised White Box to be kind of its own separate thing. They wanted to keep the simplicity of original D&D, so that's why it's basic.
Yeah.
We
I believe AD&D was made in 1984, and basic D&D was made in 1981 or 79. Holmes
the
is
D&D itself.
Holmes was actually the first one to make a revision,
1974.
so that's why we have Holmesian name generator. Blue Holmes, or the Blue Book, right, was the first revision of basic, or first revision of White Box to create a more cohesive and simple
Yeah.
set of rules. So
Yeah.
See,
I have
all-
a. What are you saying?
I was gonna say, all I can ever think, the only thing that ever comes to mind when thinking of old D&D is the fact that the person who holds the world record for longest D&D campaign still running, that is the only thing that's ever gonna stay in my head, because he's been playing since I think the early 90s, and his campaign's been still going on, and that the fact that every one of his first original character, every single one of his first original players' characters, when they had a kid, when their character had a kid, they'd have he'd invite someone new to play as a child, and it'd be going on as the children's it would be the first player's children. Like each character being played was a child from the line of the first players.
yeah, so that's just social media. Honestly, though, there are actually older groups, right? That's just social media. He's just one of the more famous older groups, possibly, but there are still people from the 70s and 80s that still play to this day, and they have older campaigns. It's just that social media says it's the oldest campaign. It's not. D&D was made in the 70s. There are people that were
Probably
playing since-
oldest tracked.
oldest
campaign.
known, or I guess well-known campaigns, right?
I was
Yeah,
saying
well,
oldest tracked because probably the
suppose.
earlier ones weren't tracked, so this one was, and that's how they probably know of it more.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely one
Also
of the
for
more.
like-
But it was
Excellent.
I'm saying he holds the record for longest running campaigns still going. Not like because those ones are probably where they went through a campaign and then finished. His is still ongoing from whenever he started back in
As
before
far
the year
as the
2000.
media tells us, right? As far as we know,
Right.
but there's also, of course, the actual creators of D&D that are still alive. And some of the creators are still alive and still playing.
I don't even know who created D&D. I just know it's a very popular tabletop game.
All right. Anyway, we're gonna move on. So,
Yeah.
we left off with creating the last few characters and hiring some guys, and then Salza took off. So, we're gonna go into our first break. After this break, we'll start the game. Okay? So take 5.
Okay.
Alright, so, Code, let me tell you what I planned today. This is, you can get your opinions on this. So, last game we encountered 5 cannibals at the Salt Vein Cave. As you can probably see here.
And that's which cave? I mean, there's a lot of caves.
Salt
that
Vein.
one. See it.
Salt Vein
Is
Cave.
it that one of your characters and someone else's character is captured?
My last character died here.
What says captured by, or Eklund is captured, but most likely dead.
Most likely dead. Like, they gave him a severe wound. There shouldn't be no reason why he's alive.
I mean, also it says that you dropped your gear by 3-pound rock salt and 4-pound salt deposit.
Yeah. So we're gonna take me and the rest of you guys. We have a total. I have. Since I was able to hire 4
You have
characters.
five
At
players.
5,
Is-
6, 7. We have 8 characters with us today. Pretty big group. What? Yeah, so yeah, pretty decent group. Should be able to handle anything that comes at us, unless they're like much bigger than us. Now I have to think about formation. Since I have 2 thieves with us, I think. Or no, Lobo didn't accept.
Wait, Ethan, were you talking to me?
No, was not. I was talking to myself. But all the characters I hired had the range option, if I remember correctly. Check my characters. LEFTREB has a range option. I do not remember what's on DRELA's character sheet. I know ETHBOR has a range option. I don't think Kardak does not have a range option, but he's going to be casting sleep for us.
I will be definitely using sleep a lot. Attempting,
Yes.
at least.
I'm also surprised you didn't get any range options for your thief. Sawyer.
Me too.
Why didn't you get him any range options, and why did you get him a quarterstaff?
I mean, it's cheap and it does 1d6 of damage.
A quarterstaff does not do a 1d6 of damage.
It says 1d. It says 1d6 on the list of items.
It does?
Yeah, it says 1d6.
I thought it was a d2. Hold on.
That says 1d6.
I might be thinking of staff. Where is quarterstaff? Quarterstaff. Oh, yeah, you're right. I didn't realize that. Huh. I was thinking of staff, not quarterstaff. Makes sense. But personally, I thought you should have gotten a ranged weapon, so you can join the range side.
Alright, gentlemen. 5 minutes have passed, so that is the end of your break. Hopefully you're all ready and present. Just double checking. I'm assuming if you're unmuted, you're here. So, Salazar, are you still with us? Alright,
Sawyer.
Just
They're
left.
just talking a little bit.
Alright, well, you all saw that there was a break. And of course, Salazar's gone again.
What?
Salazar, dude. Pay attention.
My bad.
Alright, so
Okay.
seems we're all back. And Salazar's somewhat present. Let's see. So, to get started, we'll go over the background of the campaign, introduce ANHAL to it as well, since he's new, and of course after that we'll set the scene and get you guys kicking. Alright, start your expedition. So for introductories to the campaign, The idea is that if you're new, you are a recent arrival at the Shoreline base camp, which is the base of operations for a campaign, right? An adventuring campaign. So adventurers have arrived here to campaign for fame and fortune, right? They are hunting down monsters and treasures and clearing the land of enemies so that they can acquire gold and glory and help others settle these lands and make a name for themselves, right? So you've just arrived here. You're at the very least a free man, but you have little to nothing to your name. All of you are most of you are before this are homeless and have little to no wealth and are very hungry, right? So this is a place where you can, of course, settle and do your job, right? So that's kind of the introduction. For the background, you've heard that prior to your arrival, the campaign to the south on this shoreline here, although it offers freedom and a chance to make a name for yourself, it's been rumored to be very difficult. Most people arriving here have had a difficult time trying to, of course, settle these lands and set out on adventures. So the last group who had set out, they had only recently come back, and they didn't do terribly much, but they went down to the south in hopes of visiting a rumored temple ruin, which was discovered by mercenaries coming from the south after joining battles with the battles against the goblins for the elves, right? But there's a lot of ongoing campaigns here, right? The elves are campaigning against goblins. Goblins are taking their trees in the night, right, or cutting down their trees at the night and bring them into their mountains. There are these cannibals that most of our adventurers have been having issues with. So in the past, the expeditions were going well, and they were to settle land to the southeast. But eventually, as they pushed further out and met a group of cannibals, they started to lose the war, right? The cannibals began to fight back and take their territories, right? So we've had issues with cannibals. The last report on cannibal sightings were not very far away. There was a place called the Salt Vein Cave, which was, this large or somewhat larger cave to the southeast that salt was being extracted from. Now it's currently occupied by a few cannibals. We also have these spiders in the woods. They're pretty neutral, but they are very hostile if you enter their territory, of course. They are highly prized for their silk, poison glands, and meats, of course. The Vikings to the northeast are sea raiders, and they've been a nuisance. They're a growing nuisance, and nowadays they take what they want whenever they want. Typically, every few days they'll visit the shoreline to raid and plunder, and for the most part the shoreline is evacuated during the raids, right? So we just come back, try to repair what we can. Unfortunately, the worst part about it is not just that we lose the base temporarily, but sometimes even people are left behind. Those who are wounded, sickly, and diseased, elderly sometimes. Some people stay back and are taken by the Vikings, right, as slaves or as whatever else they might want them for, right? So your arrival, of course, is one of the better ones, though. Unlike most expeditions arriving here at the shoreline, you have a large crew. Most come in small batches, but aside from fellow settlers and mercenaries or merchants and such, you are a band of adventurers that have formed up and have arrived here. And you're joining the ranks of some of you, DOCKLA is a new employer here. Upon arrival, he met up with some other people from his land, right? KRACETH, ETHBOR, and LEFTREB are from the same lands as DOCKLA. They're just unemployed, so he's recently employed them to his services or his ranks. We have GARBES here. He has been in the field. He has no experience, but he's been in the field. He's never done too much. He's just recently hired GAMBIT from his lands. And then, of course, ANHAL from a foreign land, a land people don't know too much about. He has arrived and is joining the expedition as well. So, alright, so those are our characters, right? And now we can, of course, set the scene. So it's a cold day in December. I think it's December 11th, year 10 in the campaign. Your party stands at the shoreline, and it's time to make some plans. So what do you guys think you want to do today? You can also offer your services to the base as well. They're in need of
Alright.
assistance.
First things first. Okay. Everyone has a range of other than
my thief.
Okay. So I plan today. We have been constantly losing to the cannibals. I've been losing a lot of family members. So I have called my family to arms to push back the cannibals and go on to retake the wolf den that a family member of mine first established. But probably it's long gone by now. Garbes and who was it? Who else was
Gambit.
Not Gambit.
ANHAL.
Oh no.
ANHAL, are you fine taking our large band of adventurers and fighting the cannibals?
Yes.
And how
Right.
strong are the cannibals?
I'm very much ready.
Alright then. Let's also eat breakfast.
Alright, so we've made some plans. We have some ideas. And we want to start the expedition off by having some breakfast, it sounds like. Also important to note is as you're making plans this morning and preparing to set out on your first expedition, it's also understood that a few of the settlers that have gone out to get wood have reported that the turkeys living southeast of here have been killed. A large group of them. So all those turkeys that were reported to be living in our lands and under the rulership of Mixon, who is the current ruler of the Shoreline base, right? He made it a rule in the past that the turkeys weren't to be hunted due to overhunting, and there are very few turkeys remaining, right? Just baby turkeys and one slightly older turkey to take care of them. It appears, because someone poached in the lands recently. Well, as of this morning, reports came in about the wild turkeys living outside of the camp, and it was unfortunate. Someone else out there, they believe it's the cannibals or the Vikings, or maybe even the elves, right? Or maybe even our own kin, have murdered all the turkeys. So all turkeys are gone. They found signs of turkeys. All they found was blood, feathers, right? But there are no more wild turkeys anymore. So there's no large population of animals in the area anymore. We got fish, but fish out here can only be fished by so many people and can only feed up to so many people per day, right? There's not an unlimited supply of fish on the shoreline. And then of course the forest has small game still, not just turkeys, but other things too. In the winter months, still a very scarce time. So the shoreline is now suffering famine, right? There's a lack of food supply.
Yeah.
Alright, so after breakfast this morning, what you guys, eat plenty of, hopefully. Let's see. You have a team of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 members. Or is there more? Let's see. There should be 8, actually. Forgot to pull up a record. KRACETH, LEFTREB, DRELA, DOCKLA. Yeah, it's ETHBOR. Need to grab ETHBOR. Alright, so with a team of 8 pounds of food had to be used, and I suppose LEFTREB supplied it. He had 9 rations on him, so 1 left. So you all had breakfast this morning.
A lot of,
So
a lot of my family members have rations on them, I think.
But you can see that a lot of the folk here envy your group, right? Like a lot of the settlers are hungry.
Wait, I don't remember. Did I hire Gambit?
Did you hire Gambit?
Yeah.
Yeah, we already rolled.
Was Gambit
you,
with us?
You were not present when we hired him because you left for a moment, so it just rolled without you.
Oh yeah.
You accepted the offer.
You did? Okay.
You got really lucky too. You have a horrible charisma and try to hire someone.
And then -2 penalties.
I mean, he has a great charisma though.
You
Yeah,
hired
you have-
someone who basically won't listen to you.
Yeah. And anyhow, all right, we have breakfast. Let's head down to the salt vein cave then.
All right.
The expedition begins.
Yep.
You leave the base and you begin marching southeast toward the Salt Vein Cave, it sounds like, through the woods, which were once populated by wild turkeys. That is no longer. The land becomes scarce. The only resource out here now is wood. But what good is wood if you can't eat, right? So, let's see. Alright. On your way through this part of the woods, we'll roll for any chances of an encounter. That is the only real risk during your travels, besides encountering trees. Let's see. First, we'll check for monsters. Signs of monsters out here. None. Check for animals. None. And finally, there's a new occupant in the area. 1 in 6 chance to encounter an enemy force. A known enemy force in the area. Alright. So fortunately, in the first hour of our march, nothing like that was encountered. We are moving at the rate of medium footmen. So 2 miles an hour, 1.5 in the forest. This is a 2 mile stretch roughly, so we have to roll one more time. As we get close to the Salt Vein Cave, our half hour of marching will get us there. There's one more check we gotta do. So there will be an animal encounter, a small animal, and that's it. Yeah. So on the way there, you're very close to the Salt Vein Cave. You come across signs of small game out here. This time it is gonna be. You came across the signs of let's see. Are we surprised? We are surprised. They are surprised. So close. So no sign of surprise. Just at close proximity, you notice that you're moving through, and as you are moving, suddenly rising out from behind some briars or something, right, were some ducks. So 3 ducks take flight as you close the distance of 60 feet. So you're at 60 feet from them, 20 yards, and they're starting to take off. And you have 1 chance to open fire on them and hunt some ducks down if you want. Do you guys want to lose some ammo on them or fire on them? 3 ducks take off.
Is there for me to sneak up on them?
They're mid-flight.
Away.
They're flying away. They're 60 feet.
Oh,
so you would never catch them if you sneak to them.
Right. I don't have any ranged weapons, so I can't really help with that part.
All right.
Me neither.
So DRELA can fire with their short bow, if allowed by their master, and ETHBOR 2, and LEFTREB. If you want to waste one, KRACETH could possibly put sleep on them.
Nah. Let's have.
I think I'm good too.
Garbes, you want to fire your sling and stones?
Sure.
Alright, roll to hit. 1d20. I'll be rolling for the NPCs.
How many?
1d20.
D20?
Yes, 1d20.
If I hit. Okay.
Alright, so only DRELA was able to hit one out of Ethan's retinue, or DOCKLA's retinue. What did you get?
Yeah, I did. I got a 2.
You missed as well. So 1 hit, and this is from DRELA, and she is a thief. She more than likely killed it on hitting it, so at the very least 46 damage roughly. Yeah, there's no chance. She shot 1 duck dead, the other 2 got away, right? You launched a volley of missiles at them and they took off, and 1 was hit. Alright. Ammunition, DRELA is down to 9 shots, LEFTREB is down to 5, ETHBOR is down to 9 shots, and then of course Gambit you're down to, or Garbes you're down to 29 stones.
Alright, well, I will take the duck and give it to
You have a bag to carry it?
I don't have a bag, but I'm gonna give it to someone.
Alright, someone carry it over their
That's
shoulder.
where has.
I could put it in my bag.
Yeah, give it to. Guards have a bag, or is it his...
Yeah, or no, Gambit does.
Alright.
That's
Give
where
Gambit.
also has a website.
Alright, so we've got
How big?
one dead duck. So it's an adult duck.
Ooh.
A lot of meat.
Decent amount of meat. Could probably feed 1 or 2 people. Alright. Let's see. How many pounds of meat per duck? 2 to 3
I think it
pounds
depends on
of
how well
edible
fed the
meat.
duck is.
On average, it's 2 to 3 pounds of edible meat. Alright, so we'll go with about, if it's a male, it's, or, let's see, I'll just roll a d3, see how big this duck is.
You can also say it's well fed. That way, it actually has some meat on it.
Well, I can't, that's why I'm rolling for it, because who knows if it was well fed or not. It could have been starving, right? So I never said it was well fed. The dice will tell us, and the dice said that it was a bigger duck. So 3-pound duck.
Nice.
So dead, a duck, 3 pound, a 3-pounder. Alright, with that, we'll be able to continue on our way. So it's got at least 3 pounds of meat, not accounting for anything else. Like, I'm pretty sure the bones are almost weightless. The feathers are almost weightless too. Alright. Your travels continue toward the cannibals, I suppose? Or do you guys want to try something else?
Just keep going.
Alright.
Keep going to the cannibal.
A short while later, you arrive at the Salt Vein Cave. You approach from the northwest and you spot it from a safe distance through the woodland. Maybe at the distance of... Some of you have been here before or not, but you have the position mapped on your map, of course, or it's position mapped. At the distance of, we'll say, 17 yards out through the woods, you're able to spot the entrance, the north entrance, which is pretty wide. It's about 30 feet wide, or actually maybe even larger. It's about 60 feet wide, the main entrance to the cave. There's a creek that flows through it. The creek is maybe about 10 feet wide, roughly, and it flows south through the cave entrance. Alright, so we can move on to this medium scale map here. It may not be up to date. You can update it as we go if your characters choose the map. So mapping takes a turn, right? If they take 10 minutes, they can update the map or draw more features. I'll add it too, of course. Last time we were here, we reported that Eklim's gear was left near the salt vein, and the salt should still be there, hopefully. Upon arrival to the main entrance to this cave, it seems clear, no signs of enemies. How would you like to approach? You want to just make your way in or something else? Or do you want to get ready first? Load
Get
up.
ready.
Alright. Let's start with Garbes then. So Garbes, what do you want to wield for this expedition? Here's your sling.
So yeah, we should just look for his gear.
No, I'm asking you what you want to wield.
Oh, wield. I thought you said what do you want to do. A wield. What does Garb have on him?
Unless you want to do something else, that's fine. But based on what DOCKLA was saying, we should load up before we head in, right?
Yeah. What does Garbs have equipped on him?
Oh, a sling.
Sling. That's it. Oh yeah. Oh. I guess I'll prepare sleep if I can.
Yep, it's memorized twice. And your sling can be loaded.
Oh yeah. I would like my sling to be loaded.
Unless you
I'd
have
also like to carry it.
any input, Gambit's wielding his quarterstaff at the moment. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
you have to wield the sling to load it, so it's currently being wielded. All right, we have to wield it. Yeah, wield the sling if you want to load it. So, which is what you're currently doing. Gambit's wielding his quarterstaff, and then ANHAL. Let's see if you have any other option, but looks like you
Only
want to
the
equip
two
both
daggers.
daggers. Okay, yeah, you should have 2, not 8.
Well, can I keep one in the sheath and just be carrying out one just in case?
Sure. So 1 free hand, 1 dagger. Alright, DOCKLA, is it gonna be the Shield of Morningstar then?
Yep, shield. Small shield and Morningstar.
Yeah,
Light shield, technically. And all of my retainers, I want them to have range option. While I'm match user, just prepare sleep. That's it. Like, just be ready to cast it.
Alright, DRELA looks like he's wielding his bow and arrows. LEFTREB has his bow out too, it looks like. KRACETH has memorized his spell. Sleep twice, of course.
Yes, I've memorized sleep twice.
Yeah, my magic user memorized sleep
ETHBOR
twice.
Oh, we both have sleep memorized. Okay, this is low-key overpowered.
has memorized Cure Light Wounds. Let's see what it, yeah, that's what he chose. And he's currently wielding a short bow. KRACETH has no weapons. Okay. Alright, that's the entire team. So the party is taking some time to load up and get ready for the expedition into the cave. At this point, how does your party want to proceed?
So this is what I want me and my retainers to do. So I want my retainers to line up at the end, basically the end, a little bit. So 30 feet, like 30 feet from the entrance of the cave. And I want have a specific order I want them to go. Where did they go? Oh, here they are. I want DRELA to be on the west side, and I want LEFTREB on the east side. And then ETHBOR can go in the middle.
So you don't want to line up, you're just farming up then. You're creating, I guess, a line formation, but not a column.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to have a line, but kind of hard to fit all that.
Okay.
And then I want them to stay out here.
As you're farming up your men, ANHAL, do you want to join his ranks or something else?
I'll join them, but I'll be in the back.
Okay. And then GARBES, you and GAMBIT are gonna form up with him or something else? What do you want to do?
Sawyer.
Oh yeah, sorry. I would like to have Gambit and Garbes join the ranks.
Any particular way, or just want to fall in?
Have them fall in where Ethan wants them.
Alright, so Garbs doesn't know where he should go. He's going to ask you for your advice then. So he goes toward the recruit, DOCKLA, despite him being the more experienced one. But maybe DOCKLA's from a better house, right? So, better, people. So yeah, DOCKLA, Garbs is looking for your direction. He doesn't know where he should fall in.
Have him fall in to the left of Garbes. Have Gambit fall into the left of Garbes.
You're Garbs, by the way.
Yeah, have him fall into the left of me.
I'm asking you where you are, though. You said you fell in, but where?
Oh, sorry, I'm behind DOCKLA.
Okay. So DOCKLA already has 2 of his own men behind him. Do you want to squeeze in?
I'll go behind his 2 men.
Alright.
And then Gambit can fall in right behind me as well.
Sure. And ANHAL wants to stay in the far back.
That's possible.
It's possible. Alright. Back to,
So,
yeah, what's up?
so I'm going to say to my 2 retainers to the left and right of me, alright, we're gonna go in there. If we see any enemies, I want you to start backing up. So they don't, I want you to fire, then back up at the enemy so they don't get you in melee. Alright?
Seems your men just kind of nod in agreement. See, as a group, collectively, they seem to be listening to you. They follow your orders, so you order them to be ready to retreat or withdraw.
Yeah, just to back up, just back up. Alright. Let's go in now.
So from the outside, as you make your first approach to the cave, from what you can tell, looking into the cave, it's really wide, the entrance, but it begins to narrow toward the southwest, where, of course, the reported salt vein is. And you can see that the salt deposit is still there. The rock salt and Eclipse gear that was listed is no longer there, right?
Oh, dang.
But that salt deposit's still there. It's a very small one, hanging out in the wall. Let's see. Otherwise, you're looking in from the entrance of the cave, and it continues south where the first 30 feet of the cave is wide. It's 60 feet wide east to west, 30 feet in depth north to south, and of course from there it narrows into a 30-foot wide cave that continues for only about 30 feet toward a corner of the cave that's about 30 by 30 feet, and then from that corner the cave continues toward the east and then the southeast. The creek flows right through the cave. There's dry land on either side of the creek. So how would you like to proceed? Just you want to stick to solid ground, or would you be open to moving through the creek? How do you want to
stay on solid ground?
It will become a narrow strip of ground soon enough, and that will force your group into a single file formation unless you're willing to have some of you guys move through the creek.
No. Okay. How about this? Alright. New, ANHAL. How about you go in there first, as you are a thief, and scout out the place for us before we go in.
Wait, can I send Gambit? Can I send Gambit with ANHAL?
Are you asking me, or are you
Is that
asking
possible?
DOCKLA? Who are you asking?
You. Is it possible if I can send him with,
Yeah, you can tell him he's your guy. It's just not
okay, yeah.
recommended. because he's the retainer.
I'll tell Gambit to follow him.
Yeah. And I'll give you the task to go in there and scout. Your thieves are quiet. So.
Okay. See, I guess I'll stealthily walk in.
Sounds good. So, Gambit and ANHAL are the first to go in. I guess the others will clear a path for them. Right. Step out of the way.
Yeah.
Allow them through.
And we'll create a fire line right here.
Okay. So they're the first to make their way in to the cave. These two are sneaking in. I'm gonna see if Gambit and the NPC accepts these orders. Alright, he refuses to go in without you, Garbes. He says, I am not going in there without you. So you told him to go in there with ANHAL and scout out the cave, and he refused.
I guess he'll stay behind then.
You'll stay back? You'll have Gambit stay back?
Yeah, he'll stay back.
Yeah, he
So I'm going in by myself?
refused orders.
Yeah. Gambit is staying back.
He says, I don't want to go in there, sir. It could be too dangerous. Okay, so ANHAL, I guess you're going in by yourself. So as you make your way in, the party will form up a line or firing line to support you in the case
Sorry
of
for leaving you by yourself.
retreat.
If you're caught by the enemy, run back here as fast as you can. We will support you.
Alright, so in that case, you create a firing line, you break formation, create a line of fire.
Yes.
Okay. So your fire line can consist of all your missiles. That's 4 guys, and then everyone else is just on the flank or at the rear, supporting with melee weapons.
Mhm.
And ANHAL,
Keeping out. Make sure we don't get flanked.
Alright, you'll have some guys observing the various flanks then. For the eyes that you have to spare, we've got Gambit, who can observe elsewhere, and we have KRACETH, right? So KRACETH, I guess, will observe northwest or west. And then Gambit, if you're open to it, you can take the action to observe east or guard east. But you have to choose. Oh wait, Gambit is a retainer, so yeah, Gambit, it's up to his master to tell him what to do. So you can give him orders, but typically it's up to the retainers or master to tell him what to do. They'll just do what their master is doing. So Garbes, if Garbes is creating the fire line, he'll just stay close to Garbes. So
Yeah.
DOCKLA, you told your men to form a fire line, and then suddenly you're changing that up. You want some men to watch the flanks as well. So who's gonna watch the flanks?
The people who don't have.
I will. I can watch a flank.
Alright, Garbes will.
Oh, okay.
Garbes and Gambit are watching.
Unless you don't want me to, I will.
I was hoping to have Gambit and Karlax to do it because they don't have
Karlax or Kargeth?
They don't have Kargath. Sorry,
Kargeth. Okay.
I'm really bad at it. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll send
Or KRACETH.
Gambit
KRACETH.
to
Yeah.
guard the flank.
I want Kargath.
KRACETH.
Watch.
It's KRACETH. KRACETH.
KRACETH. I want KRACETH to watch the west, while I want Gambit to watch the east.
Alright, so DOCKLA is providing all these different orders out, or giving all these orders, but Garbes, the only way Gambit's gonna take such orders is if you order him yourself, because he doesn't belong to DOCKLA, he belongs to you, right? Unless you belong to DOCKLA.
I'll agree with the order for him to watch the flank.
Okay, let's see if he accepts. He'd rather stay near you and do what you're doing. I guess
I guess I will.
you tell him to watch the east, and he kind of like looks east and looks back to you. Right, not sure. He'll kind of watch
And
it,
then
but
I
he
will
wants to stay with you. So he's not a reliable
Then I will watch
guard.
because I don't have a range.
Okay, so you'll move to the east. So we have no one flanking the entrance anymore?
Hold on.
I guess I could step up to that rank if Ethan's okay with it.
Alright, so ANHAL never
You have a
left then,
melee
right?
weapon?
Since we're busy making plans, so Or Anil, did you want to wait for them to finish making plans before you head in, or did you already head in? Because they are taking a long time figuring this out.
Well, I'm going in by myself, so technically they're planning their own things. I'll just sneakily walk in and I'll be standing next to the salt deposit while they're
Busy
figuring out their plan.
Yeah, they're having trouble. All right, so we're gonna go to you for a while because they've been struggling with making their plan, and naturally the world or the time doesn't stop for them.
I was saying that as they were doing all that, I'd be continue walking in.
Yeah.
As you were asking me, I'd be standing next to the salt deposit.
So Anil, you're looking down into the cave. The path along the west wall continues along with the creek, and you're making your way down the path toward the salt deposit, which you can see up ahead. A small salt deposit on the western wall. You make your first approach. Right. Alright, you arrived at the salt deposit safely and carefully. You snuck over there. And the cave seems clear so far. It gets pretty dark toward the center of the cave. You can't see much.
Is this water?
Yeah, the blue is water.
Is the blue the water?
Yeah.
Okay.
Toward the southeast, you can see the entrance, the second exit from the cave. Because the light of day shines into the cave from the south exit. But so far, you see no signs of enemies here.
Can I do anything with the salt deposit, or do I have to have a pickaxe for that, or how does that whole work, or how's the?
It's a salt rock.
How does that
deposit,
whole thing?
A rock salt deposit. It's salt embedded in the wall, so you can try to use your hands to pry it out, but it would take a very long time. And you would still need a bag to store it all, right? And the more fine and smaller the salt is, the harder it is to carry by hand, right? If you're trying to carry it by hand. So that's why you use a pickaxe and break it into chunks instead. You can just store it. You can carry it by hand, or you can store it in a bag.
So for right now, I'll ignore it and continue moving forward along. So yeah, the blue is water.
Yep.
Am I right about that?
That's right. It's 10 feet wide creek.
I will move around the salt deposit and keep following the water, but hugging the wall so that I'm not easily spotted.
Alright. So continuing to move south through the cave on your own, carefully, and it's getting pretty dark up here at this point. And as you making movement, right? Let's see the reaction of an enemy force. Immediate attack. So as soon as you round the corner, or around this corner here, there was someone waiting there behind the corner who loosed an arrow at you. Right? So you were sneaking, you were careful, but someone was on guard, hostile intent. And of course, they've been hearing our crew organizing themselves on the outside of the cave. They probably had a sentry watching us for a while, right, from the south. So you were making movement south, and you made your first approach, and then suddenly, as you just barely around the corner, you see someone there about to loose an arrow. So when they loose that arrow, you can just jump back if you want. You can charge them. You can do something else. What would you do? As soon as you see them, they're sneaking, right? You can barely see them, by the way, because it's really dark here.
But do I hear the arrow dislodge from whatever weapon they're
it's about to
shooting it
loose, or it's loosing right now. So as it's loosing at you, because while you are moving on their side of the story, they were watching for you, and as soon as they saw you, they chose to loose the arrow, right? So you were making movement, careful and observant, right? You barely saw them before they loosed the arrow. So what would be your reaction to that?
So the first thing I'll do is I'll dodge the arrow, and then while they're in the middle of trying to reload,
charge.
I'll head for them.
Okay, so
with both daggers prepared in each hand.
For dodging the arrow, how do you want to dodge it? Do you want to stand still and like move, or like try to duck, or do you want to like actually jump away or move away? How would you like to dodge it?
So I'm suspecting I'm a normal-sized human or person, so about in between a height of 5 to 6 feet, I guess. I will slightly jump back a foot so that it barely misses me, and then I'll be landing back on one foot, and then with my other, I would jump over the water and head towards them. If that makes sense.
So just back up, basically.
Yeah. So basically, as it's firing, I can. It's coming towards me. I basically jump back onto one foot, and then I move forward. I jump back onto the other, heading or and turn towards.
All right. So
After it hits the wall, goes into the wall, I jump back onto my other foot and
as long as you're in
head
the line of
towards.
fire, there's a chance to hit. But if you're somehow able to escape the line of fire, there's zero chance to hit, right? So your enemy has a line of fire on you. They're watching you from around the corner, and they see you, and you're trying to get out of their line of fire, right? So they can't see you, or
Right.
the arrow is not in your line, or the
So the arrow is going this way.
it's going toward
I
you.
will, since here, I will jump back one, and then after it hits to the wall, I will jump back over here so
Yeah,
that they
I
lose
understand.
line of fire.
Yes. So what happens is, although you want to do that, they want to hit you. They're not going to just let you jump back. So what happens here is we have to roll the dice to see who's faster. What we're doing is initiative. So you have a chance to jump back before the arrow hits you, but there's a chance that the arrow hits you before you are able to jump back. Does that make sense? So roll
Yes.
1d6, and that's your initiative against the cannibal. You have to beat a 6.
There is no way to be a 6 with a D4. Unless
So
you roll a
before you
6.
could jump back, the arrow has a chance to hit you. Now he has to roll to hit. So he's rolling to hit to penetrate the gaps in your armor, or to at least land a hit on you. There's a chance he'll miss or hit your armor instead. So that's a
Right.
roll to make contact or make a hit. He rolled a 10. As you
I
are
rolled
about to
D20.
jump back, he rolls a 10 with bonuses applied. He has the +1 bonus for short range. We'll say he has, let's see, we're in dim lighting, so he has a -1, so we're back at 10. And then, of course, those are all the bonuses. Now for penalties, I can say that he has a movement penalty. He's not moving, but you're a moving target. As soon as you saw him, he started to move, and while you're moving, he's firing, so therefore you are harder to hit if you're a moving target. So,
Right.
in that
So
case,
I am rolling a D20 for initiative.
no, you already rolled initiative. The D6 is your initiative.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's rolling to hit you, because his
Okay, this-
action has a risk involved.
Yeah.
The risk is he misses, right? So he won
My
the
mind
initiative,
is
so he's taking
mixing-
action first, and his
My mind
action
keeps
was
mixing old D&D with new D&D, so it's
Oh.
getting lost in my head and mixed up and everything.
yeah. Just approach with a new mindset. You're playing how it was played
Yeah.
back then. Yeah, so it's original. Yeah. All right. So no worries. What matters is that he misses, right? So because he missed,
Yes.
before you could even move back, you already missed, right? And then you moved back, the arrow hits the wall, and then you make movement toward him, right? So you're moving toward
Yes.
him, and depending on how far you have to move, might determine if you can take an action still or not, or I mean, make an attack still or not. So you're running across the water, right? And as soon as he finished firing, he starts to load another shot, right? Thing is, you're making movement. Now remember, your job is scout. Do you know what a scout does?
Report back any information that they learn from the from.
What you saw, right? Or
I
observed.
know the word. I know the word is just lost in my head. You report back anything you see, hear, or find
Exactly.
on your
So-
quote unquote expedition.
You're making movement toward the enemy. What happens if you die, right? Then no one knows what happened to you, right? So
Yes.
as you're halfway across the creek, you realize that guy's knocking another arrow, and you might not be able to close the distance before he loses a second shot, because you're trying to run 30 feet toward him, but the water slows you down, right? So by the time you get to him,
Right,
he
which-
might lose a second shot on
Which
you.
will make it slower.
So halfway between here and there, right? So you're like crossing the water. You might want to begin your retreat, right? Or do you want to push the
Right.
attack? Because if you die here,
So I guess I'd say as I'm running through the water, I remember I'm only meant to be scouting. I will then turn away from him, away from the cannibal or whatever the enemy is,
right? He's right
and
around
then
the corner.
I'll be moving. Yeah, I'll be moving this way away from him, trying to get out of his line of sight.
Okay. And the closest form of cover you
Knowing,
see
well, the other
is
thing
that
is
corner up
knowing
here.
that there's a chance that he will
shoot you on your way out. Yeah.
alert is well that and alert his companions that
Yep.
someone's in the cave.
So you're making movement toward the north now, right? Do you want to push
It's away
toward-
from the enemy towards my companions.
Okay, straight toward your companions? What's
I'd
your path?
say
What's your
like
movement path?
going this way.
Northeast?
See, I'm in the water, like on the bank of the water. I'd be going like towards over here.
Okay, so northeast. So you're gonna start moving northeast, right? As you're moving northeast,
Mhm.
you have cover fire, right, from the north. These guys here are watching and observing you from outside. And although they can't see
Right.
too well, the lighting is very dim in your area, there's still a chance they can cover you, right? They can fire down past you and provide cover fire as you make your escape. So, you're halfway through the creek, then you're out of the creek and you're making movement, and as you do that, that cannibal, whatever is there, right, it's turning the corner.
Whatever.
And as he turns the
it
corner,
is.
our firing line can begin covering fire, right? They have ready their shots, have taken aim, are ready to loose in case they need to cover your retreat, and that's what they're doing. So you're making movement out of the cave, and as you make movement, hopefully they don't hit you, but they'll be firing past you, hopefully, and into the enemy, right? So, all right, so I'll represent the enemy's position. Let's see. With this token here, let's go with this one. All right. So we got make sure these are all to scale. Alright, we've got one here moving toward you, right? Or about a peek around the corner and fire at you again because he just finished knocking an arrow. And he's not alone, naturally.
Yeah, basically, as I was running through the water, he was reloading, and as I'm standing on the bank, he is like in between finishing reloading and trying to shoot.
Last report was that there were 4 of them, but that could change. Naturally, it did change. So it's been a couple days since we were last here, and we'll find out their true numbers as we continue this fight. But we know for certain one peeks around the corner to fire, and not just one, but multiple, right? So they're making movement. So for sure, one will be stepping out to fire, and then of course they've got a few others. So there's one, and they have some spearmen too. Use this one here.
Do I know he has other people behind him, or do I just know he's there?
You just know he's there, and you will find out soon enough as you hear more of them making movement toward you. So,
okay.
So, let's see. Alright, so what happens is ANHAL is make his way out. As he does that, the rest of you are covering fire, or trying to provide cover fire. Now, we're going to actually see if you guys finished making your plans by the time he started to make his escape. So, we were busy figuring our plans up here the whole time, and struggling to make plans, or a formation. So let's see if we actually figured it out. Starting with DOCKLA, in the end, did you end up being the one watching the east?
Yes, I will be the one ending up watching the east because we need someone so we don't get flanked.
Right, and then Garbs, did you end up just becoming or did you end up remaining in the firing line, or did you want to be on the flank?
I'm at the firing line.
Okay, and then did you have other orders for Gambit, or did you leave him with the orders of watch?
No, I told Gambit to stay next to me. Gambit has stood next to me.
All right, and then of course, yeah, if you tell him to do any risky actions, then he has a morale check. So if you tell him to move to the east and watch for enemies, it could be possibly risky because he's separated from you. Alright. KRACETH, of course, will watch the west, and we have 4 guys total on the firing line, covering ANHAL's retreat. So they were watching carefully. They saw ANHAL beginning his retreat. His kind of his silhouette down the cave. And then we realized that there might be something down there, so we start to just lose fire or open fire. We know that we'll do a morale check to see if the men were ready. And I think the main group, there's a risk that they weren't ready to cover him, so that's mostly just Ethan's men. Hopefully, they have a good roll. So.
All my men.
All right, they pass, so they were ready to fire. And then Garbs, it's your readiness is dependent on you, the player, right? If you were AFK, you would not be ready. You would have no discipline.
I am ready.
All right, so
I'm ready with my sling.
for the firing, right? What they're doing is LEFTREB. We have a tight firing line, so we can see down the cave. LEFTREB is gonna fire straight south, trying his best to avoid ANHAL's line of fire, or trying to avoid putting ANHAL in his line of fire. For the other shooter next to him, ETHBOR, ANHAL is in his direct line of fire if you fire straight south, so he's gonna fire southeast, mostly, or slightly east, at least east enough to not hit ANHAL, hopefully, right, as he fires toward the east. For DRELA, she has little to no chance to not hit ANHAL, and right, so she'll hold back from now, it looks like. And then for Salza, for your character Garbes, in your line of fire is ANHAL, so if you also take a shot, there's a good chance you're just gonna hit the wall. If you fire west of ANHAL, if anything ends up being west of ANHAL, you might hit it. But if you fire southeast, most likely you're gonna hit ANHAL before you hit the enemy, right? Because they'll be directly behind him in your line of fire. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'll follow. Can I fire southwest?
Yep, you can fire toward the southwest of ANHAL, right? So if any of them end up moving,
Yeah, I'll fire to the southwest of ANHAL.
you might land a shot, right? So what ends up happening, of course, is
As long as I'm not hitting anybody.
right, ANHAL, you move out, and as you move out, this bowman steps out to fire at you, and as he does that, these shield men, or these melee guys, start rushing toward the west, right, to clear path,
They're
right?
going here.
No, so they're going toward the northwest.
Oh, going across the water from where I was originally.
Yeah, I don't know why would they go to the southwest, right? That would make sense. So they're going northwest, right? They're trying to pursue you. So our bowman here, this guy here, steps out. As he steps out to fire at ANHAL, our bowman will fire at him. And the bowmen were already aiming, so as they see him step out, they'll fire, right? So they fire at, they have initiative over this bowman, right? So as they see the bowman step out, they lose, right? Our missiles that are firing him are going to be ETHBOR and LEFTREB. Those are the only two for this first missile round. Let's see. Yeah. ETHBOR and LEFTREB. Okay, so LEFTREB is first to roll. Let's see. Alright. With bonuses and penalties, that'll be a misfire. Possible lineup. Yeah, complete misfire from LEFTREB. Let's see. So 4 shots remaining for ETHBOR. Rolls to hit. That's a hit, right? Despite bonuses and penalties that may be applied, I'm sure she looks high enough to be a hit. So ETHBOR is going to land a hit on the bowman. The bowman would step out, prepare to fire on ANHAL, but before he could, as he stepped out and takes aim, in the middle of his aiming, he gets shot by our cover fire, right? ETHBOR hits him with an arrow, 1d6 damage. Our enemy is wearing body armor and a helmet, so damage should be normal. Let's see, 1d6. ETHBOR is a cleric, so no other bonuses can be applied. If he was a fighter, maybe he could do double. Right.
Yep.
Alright, 6 damage. Let's see if it's a kill or not. Definitely. Alright, so our enemy shooter is immediately shot dead, right? And arrow hits him right
First
through
blood.
the. Let's see where he got hit. Got hit right through the gut into his lungs, right? So he's down. Blood is spurting out of his throat, right? Or he's coughing out blood as his lungs fill with blood from the arrow puncturing his lungs, right? So he's downed as he fell over. We had enemy movement right after he fell over, right? Some shield bangers, right? They have shields up, and they just charge forward. They move. They just run right over him after he fell over, right? So So these guys just start running north down the path after ANHAL, and they are slower than ANHAL. ANHAL's a light footman, they're medium footmen. So ANHAL, no matter what, you're gonna escape them. They can't keep up with you unless you slow down, right? But they'll continue to make movement toward you, and as they make their movement toward you, you are moving northeast, right? Which clears up the line of fire for these two other shooters, right? To fire on them, and that would be, of course, DRELA and GARBES. Both of you go ahead and roll to hit. I'll roll for, of course, DRELA. She's an NPC.
Yeah.
Alright, DRELA got a
Sawyer.
misfire.
Roll to hit
Wait, what am I rolling to hit?
1d20,
the enemy.
if you want to.
Okay, I'm rolling a d20.
Yes.
Okay. $16.
16. Alright. For bonuses to be applied, I can see, I'll say that there's a height bonus, +1 to hit from height bonus, so you're at 17. Let's see if there's a dexterity bonus you can get. What's your
Okay.
dex? Oh shoot,
Huh?
you have a -1, looks like. You have 7 dexterity.
Oh, dang.
So you're down to 16. And now for penalties, your enemy is a moving target, so you're down to 12. You're firing to dim lighting, so you're down to 11. So overall, it's a misfire. You hit the shield of the enemy. Right, your stone hits the shield of your enemy, and they make movement north. So they have their shields in front of them. And they charge down the path through the cave. Right, they're chasing after ANHAL, who ran northeast and took cover behind the wall. Right, and then from there, we can continue bombardment, right? So they're gonna sprint. Their sprint movement, since they're medium footmen, would be 60 feet, so 2 grids. So they're able to nearly close the distance on ANHAL. ANHAL was sprinting out of the cave too, though. So he's as a light footman, his sprint distance would be 90 feet. So he did 15 here, but that was slowed, so more like 20, I would say. And then of course he moved northeast here, so that's about 30 right there. So that's 50. He did about 40 left, so he did 20 here, and then about 10 through the water. So by the end of the round, he was halfway across the water, about to regroup with the rest of the team. And the enemy ended up, halfway through the cave during their advance with their shields in front of them. So they're just running forward, full sprint, shield in front of their face, right? And of course, their bowman here was also making movement. It made movement across the water. Their second bowman. Okay. With that, we're gonna go into combat round 2. So that was combat round 1. So for combat round 2, starting with GARBES, do you want to continue bombardment or missile fire on them with your sling and stone, or do you want to take a different action, like cast a spell?
Sawyer.
What?
Not pay attention.
Sorry, I'm trying to get into my Discord on my computer.
All right. Well, what's your action?
Okay. Tell me everybody in my peripheral view.
You can see, of course, all of them basically at the moment. So 4 shield guys moving north, right? 4 cannibal.
Is there
fighters with-
Is there any teammates in front of me?
No.
Okay, I cast sleep.
All right. So as you're casting sleep, as the missiles continue to fire down the line, Gambit is just standing by with the quarterstaff. Back to DOCKLA. Do you want to continue standing guard to the east or something else?
Yeah. I'm gonna start heading south, but I will order KRACETH to look south and start casting sleep.
All right. So as you're running south, you're like, KRACETH, cast sleep, right? And now ANHAL, do you want to just continue to regroup, get behind the firing line with your dagger, or something else?
Yes, I'll basically be going towards everyone to get behind the shield bearers so that I'm not easy to pick off from everyone.
Okay, we have no shield, so you'll get behind the firing line. That's the
I
next
thought
best thing.
DOCKLA had a shield.
Yeah, I'm all the way
Yeah,
back here though.
yeah, you can try to get behind him. He's not really in
Well,
front of you
basically,
now. So.
okay, so basically, I'm just regrouping with
Yeah, falling
everyone
back.
so that I'm not easy to pick off of them,
Good to go.
and that they have to fight everyone else before if they want to get to me.
Right. So, what happens this round, of course, is... Alright, now everyone has declared their action. So now we're going to get the results. So what happens is, for this round, both of the spellcasters immediately start casting their spells. So it'll take up to 10 seconds to cast. Right? And while they're in the middle of casting, we have our bowmen firing. And while they're firing, we have movement. Right? ANHAL's making movement. The enemy are making movement. And as they make movement, we'll also take fire. This guy to the south here fires straight north toward Garbes, who is in the middle of casting a spell. These guys are being fired upon by the bowmen. So we'll start with the south flank. This one shooter, who is a level 1 fighter, fires 2 quick shots toward Garbes, who's in the mid cast. Garbes is very vulnerable right now from where he's standing, right in the very front line with no protection. That first shot has a +4 because he's susceptible while casting a spell. So it's 17, has a +1 for, or no, just a +4, that's it. So he's at 17 to hit. The range is normal, the lighting is good. I would say he's got the low ground, so -1 there. So we're at 16 to hit. Alright, that's it. So 16 is a hit against Garbes. So Garbes is hit and he is susceptible, so he takes double damage. This is a fighter, a cannibal, fighter archer, right?
Fighter archer. Wait, my sleep didn't work.
It's mid cast.
Yeah, it happened.
You need 10 seconds to finish casting it, right? So before you could finish casting, this bowman shot 1 arrow through you and dealt you 10 damage. Shot Garbes dead, right? So an arrow hits Garbes in the gut, the lung, right? So Garbes goes down, he gets shot. The second arrow, right after that, this guy fires at twice the rate, right? So right after you shot Garbes down, the second arrow goes toward KRACETH, who's also mid-cast. KRACETH is also heavily exposed. Alright, so pray for the best. 9 + 4 is a 13, -1 due to low ground. We're at 12. Let's hope KRACETH has some body armor on that can passively protect him. He has nothing. Alright, KRACETH goes down too. So both sleeves are immediately, they're just immediately fizzed out, or they fail, right? Because both casters were mid-cast and suddenly arrows go right through them. First guy's hitting the lung, second guy, an arrow goes flying into his face, right? Mid-cast. So our casters are downed by the bowmen to the south. That is one of the weak points to casters. They're very vulnerable, right? But they're very powerful if they can cast successfully. They just had no one covering them. As they got shot down, these bowmen here were focused on firing at the shield wall here, right? The shield wall is charging. It's more of a distraction, if anything. Right, so our bowmen, we have 3 of them firing down the line. Starting with LEFTREB. That is a hit. Well, hopefully it's a kill. He does deal half damage, I forgot. So, but I'm sure he killed the guy earlier as well. So,
Yeah, he leveled 1 up.
Right, so LEFTREB dealt 3 damage with this one shot. Let's see if it's a kill or not. So, our enemy has... Alright, that's a kill. So 1 down. Shot past as he was mid-charge, right? Aimed carefully. As soon as he saw a gap, landed that hit and killed him. So shot 1 shield banger down. And then next up is ETHBOR. Let's see if he can land a hit with his bow. Alright, misfire. And then of course, Garbes, go ahead. No wait, not Garbes. DRELA. Yeah, she's the 3rd shooter. She will roll against them. They are making movement toward her. I would say movement penalty is a plus or -4. Right, so it's not a stable target. She has to continually, line up her shot as they make movement. +1, I guess, because of short range, as it closes the distance into a short range. So it makes it a little easier to hit. So we went from Yeah, for all bonuses, we got short range bonus, we're at 16. High ground bonus, we're at 17. Let's see, DRELA's dexterity.
She's a thief, so
14. Okay, so we're at 18. Backstab bonuses, there are none because she's not backstabbing right now. And yeah, so total bonus or total to hit is 18 right now. The enemy's armor class is with a helmet and with Gambeson. We went from 9 to 5, and then with a shield in front of them, we went from 5 to 1. So they have AC 1 right now during their charge. She rolled an 18. Again, armor class 1 is a hit on the dot. She barely hit, right? It would have been a miss if she rolled anything lower. Alright, so she barely hits him, and she deals 3 damage to him. Let's see if it's a kill. Now he's hit, and he wants to close the distance, so he's willing to take double. So he'll take an extra d6, so he can crash into our rank. So he took 4 damage total. So this guy's at 4 of 8 left, right? He's a pretty big guy. And he survived it, right? He's gonna more than likely crash into our ranks then, with their starting position, right? So that was his goal. That's why he was willing to take double damage and not get intercepted, so he can crash through our ranks, bulldoze. Right. The other one here was free to just charge, right? No one was countering his charge, so he just full on charged. ANHAL, of course, during the movement phase or near the end of the round, you were able to, of course, get behind friendly lines as DOCKLA pushed forward with Morningstar shield to protect his frontliners, right? He becomes the new front line. ANHAL, you're right beside him. And Gambit here sees his employer die, makes a saving throw versus morale if he remains in the fight. He breaks morale, and as soon as Garbes was shot dead, he began a retreat. So he's retreating. So Gambit's he's routed. He's on the way out of the fight. As the rest of you stay back, and the enemy end up doing a sprint. So they start here. They will close 60 feet. So they will by the end of this round, after 10 seconds of charging, crash through our ranks. So they crash.
Would the water slow them down?
Oh yeah, you're right. The water does slow them. It slowed them down, and they were able to crash into. They ran toward DOCKLA then, or no, they're trying to go straight toward the bowman. Actually, the bowmen are vulnerable. DOCKLA, if you want, you can intercept them though. You could have charged them.
Yeah.
And still attack it actually, because yeah, you wouldn't have to move as far as they would have, right? So you would run up to them, and as they crashed into melee with you, they just did full on charge, 60 feet charge with spears in front of them. They lower their shields. They have a spear in front. They just rush you. If you do choose to intercept them, they will get to attack you. So, do you want to intercept them? If you don't intercept them, and you can stay back, you can flank as they crash into your missiles. So, do you plan to intercept them? If you intercept them, they will have a chance to attack you, right? They're not just gonna let you freely intercept them.
We ball, yeah.
So you're gonna rush them, right? With shield and Morningstar in front of you. And you have to close the distance, so you have to get past their spears. So they're just charging you head on, spear in front of them, shield lowered, right? As they close the distance, and you're gonna.
I do have a question.
Yeah, what's your question?
Since they were just charging
Okay, yeah, they can.
bowmen. Yeah.
Well, the idea is that you were moving throughout the round, and they saw you, right? They saw you in front of your bowmen. Because imagine if you're them, right? You're not just gonna ignore the fact that there's a fighter waiting to flank, right? So you would change your path and point your spear toward him as he rushes you, right? So they weren't able to ever close the distance with your bowmen because they were slowed by the water. And as they step out of the water, they see you rushing them to intercept. So they, of course, got their spears pointed toward you, and you crash into them, or you try to break through their spear line, right? So if you want to go toward them, and ANHAL, if you want, you can follow DOCKLA. You can get ready to flank. You can stay behind him, and as soon as he engages, you can try to flank the enemy. Do you want to do that, or do you want to stay back?
Yeah. So I'll stay with DOCKLA so that if so, any heavy damage that comes towards him will go at him,
Right.
and then I will basically flank the enemies he's fighting so that they while they're distracted.
Sounds good. So as DOCKLA pushes forward, you're kind of moving through the water, moving toward the flank, right? Trying to get around them as they're busy with DOCKLA. Alright. So then you can get your backstab bonus if you can flank or rear end them. But we also have to be mindful of the bowmen to the south. Bear that in mind.
Wait, hold on. Can you guys hear me?
Alright. So yeah, Saza, you're out of the expedition. I'm sorry to say, but you were shot and killed in combat. And your retainer, he gave up on you. He was routed. So for the remainder of the expedition, you're welcome to take your leave, or you can sit in and see how it ends for the rest of the crew. But thank you for playing, brother. Until next time.
Alright.
Alright. You kind of made
Just
the
one
right
more.
move.
See you
but,
guys.
Yeah. Take care. Sorry. So Garbes met his fate. Right. Let's see.
So
At
is
least
that
let's
how
go.
it works?
Alright, let's see how this
Once
ends
you
up. So,
once you die, you just leave.
yep, when
that
you're
how it
dead, you're
works?
out. Yep. So
No, fun.
Then you come back next game. Can
you
make
can
a
come
new
back next
character.
game. Yeah, you're eliminated from the match if you get killed. So, permadeath, yeah. Let's see. So these two guys here, right? Seeing DOCKLA make his approach with Morningstar and Shield, they have a chance to spear at him. Now, because there's not enough time throughout the round, they only get one attack, I'll say. And they're going to do their powerful attack then. So, given that, they don't have enough time. Actually,
Well, may I make an argument with you? Because you said, remember when we were having a cat at
Yeah,
the Wolf Den?
it'll be a normal attack.
And then Alpha. Yeah, okay.
And you will also be making a normal attack, because you're attacking at the end of the round too, right? So you're moving toward them. You had to wait the entire round for them to actually get to this position. So both sides are making a normal attack, basically. So neither side can
Fair
actually make a true fighter attack, because a fighters attack at twice the rate if they're able to attack during the round. But I guess it's the end of the round, and it's the last couple seconds, so I can see you only making a standard attack both sides. So,
Perfectly fine.
so we'll start with the spearmen. They attack together, one formation. They failed to
miss.
hit, I think, yeah. And then, of
Yep.
course, you crash through their ranks or past their spear line.
Yeah.
And you start swinging your Morningstar at one of them. So go ahead and roll to hit.
Yep. What the hell? Okay. 17.
Nice. Alright. So you meet them head on, right?
Yeah.
They come charging
I have a
forward.
+1.
You rush their spear line. You break past the spear line. You land a hit. For the damage, it's going to
Yeah.
be 1d6, I think.
6.
Yeah.
Yes, Morningstar. And I'm attacking the one that has 4 HP.
Okay. The wounded one.
Down.
Yep, he's dead. Okay. With that damage bonus applied as well, which I think you have +1, so 5 damage.
Yeah. He's dead.
This one's out of the fight. So DOCKLA crushes one under his Morningstar. Right, you just spike him down. And then of course, ANHAL moved into the flank. So ANHAL ran up there, and stayed beside DOCKLA as he engaged the enemy. He moved up to rear end this guy. So as this guy, speared at DOCKLA, and DOCKLA, pushed past the spear line, also ramming from the side is ANHAL, right? So ANHAL came running in through the side, and we'll get a backstab bonus. And I'll count it as a full backstab because he was occupied with DOCKLA. So out of nowhere, this guy, was busy trying to spear down DOCKLA, but then suddenly gets tackled down by Daggerman from the flank, right? Which is ANHAL. So ANHAL, you're gonna roll 2 hit with a +4 to hit because you're doing a full backstab, so you have a high chance to hit. So
And he gets
1d4.
another +4.
Yeah. No, he gets a +2 because it's
Am I
technically the
am I
flank.
using both daggers or one?
He's not. If he wants to go for the
Yep.
rear, he could, but it'll just take longer. I don't think he would be able to attack
Yeah.
in the same round if he goes for the rear. So I'm saying it's a flank. So it's a +6 to
What
hit.
am I rolling with?
You're rolling a d20 to hit, and then we're gonna give you a really high bonus to hit.
So a d20 with a d6 as the +6, or
No, just
Just
a
a
d20.
D20.
Just a d20.
Yeah, just rolled a d20.
a natural
Nat
20.
All right. It's probably
Yeah.
an auto kill.
Out.
For the damage, it's gonna be double then, because you got double for backstab, you got double for the crit. So it's gonna be a total of 44 damage. So roll 4-sided dice is your damage.
4d4s.
Yep, 44s.
11.
All right, your foe only had 7 hits. He was a strong one, but because your maneuver was so good, you took him down, right? Easily.
Yeah.
Right.
Is it time next round time for morale? Because I think we cut down half of them
Yeah.
at least.
He cut down more than half in that round. That was round 2.
There's two left.
During round 2, the bowmen took out our spellcasters and we took out their melee. Oh yeah, this one here. I forgot about this guy. He also charged. So, as ANHAL stabbed this guy back, this guy was, ended up crashing to ANHAL actually. So, ANHAL was busy stabbing one dead, but there was this guy to worry about. He also came charging with an axe and shield, and he was there on full charge, right? He slammed into ANHAL, tried to just slam it into him, right? So he has to roll against. ANHAL's pretty susceptible because ANHAL's busy stabbing one guy, and this guy's flanking ANHAL basically. So there's a really good chance to make contact with ANHAL, right? He's rolling against ANHAL's unarmored armor class because he's trying to just make contact to put his body into ANHAL, right? Alright, so with bonuses applied, he will more than likely make contact. Yeah, there's a super low chance that he misses his charge, right? Like runs past him. So he crashed into ANHAL, and we'll do a forced doors check to take ANHAL to the ground, right? So he's throwing his weight against ANHAL, who's busy stabbing a dude, right? His forced doors is a pass. ANHAL, you're gonna resist his charge, right? So you feel someone slamming into you from the side, and you have a chance to be sturdy, right? So you gotta roll 1d6 to hold your ground, otherwise you get tackled.
Yeah, you gotta roll 1, buddy.
Yeah,
Wait, so
1d6.
I'm rolling a 1d6.
Yeah.
And if it's a 1,
You pass.
I don't get that.
Yeah, you'll be able to stand your
If it's
ground.
anything higher than a 1,
You get slammed.
Yeah.
you're saying I have to have such great luck to get a 1,
Yes, because you
and
have
I
more.
get a 2.
So I don't get
If
slammed,
he had normal
right?
strength, that would have
Boom,
been
right. So you're in a stun. He stunned you. He's not trying to hold you down. He just stunned you. So he's tackling to the ground, right? He just rammed you with a shield, right? Shield bashed you, like slammed the shield into you, and you go flying, right? It's blasted northward. So you're down on the ground. You're slammed, right? You might take 1 damage from the impact. I will say, I will count that as a unarmed strike. So this guy deals 1 damage. So.
I only have 1 HP.
Yeah, so you're in a daze, and you're not dead. At 0 HP, with subdual damage like that, you can't be killed. You're just, like, concussed, right? You're on the ground, you're, like, in a lot of pain right now, right? Because he bodied you right now, so you're just, like, crumpled on the ground after getting bodied by this big cannibal. And as you get bodied by him, it's up to the others to save you. You're not out of the fight, or you're kind of out of the fight, but you're not dead. So, we're going into the 3rd round, so 30 seconds of the fight, and we're going to start with morale, yeah. So the enemy lost more than half of their forces, so they make a morale check. And they're gonna count as fighters naturally. Cannibal fighters. That's gonna be a pass. So they're gonna pass at 7. So 7 or lower is a pass for them. So this last guy, after bodying our one dude, will remain in the fight. They'll fight to the end, it looks like. These cannibals. Their job here is to, their job was to defend the cave, which is what they were ordered to do. So, given that, to defend the cave and get food, right? I mean, given the situation, he doesn't want to die. At the very least, he's not suicidal either, because on top of everything, everyone prioritizes survival most, right? He hasn't been ordered for suicide, so his job is to defend the lair. So in this case, he's going to be defensive at the very least, or at most he's going to be defensive, I mean. So he passes morale, so he's willing to do his job still, which is defend the cave, and to do his job he'll be defensive. So he starts to keep his shield raised, and let's see, what can he do to be defensive, right? He'll be keeping his shield raised and slowly starting to move back, right? As he does that, his bowmen in the back will continue firing on our troops. And DOCKLA, do you plan to engage this last melee guy as he withdraws, or do you want to do something else?
I am going to start. I'm going to move in.
Move in for the kill?
Try to move.
We're about to win this battle. Or no? Move west?
Yeah.
Protect the bowmen?
Yeah, move west. Try to
Intercept.
cover like.
Oh yeah, cover your bowmen.
Yeah.
Okay, from the enemy fire.
Yeah, cover my bowmen.
Because they're exposed.
Have my shield towards them.
Okay, so you'll raise your shield up toward the bowman to the south, as your bowman will continue bombarding this last guy who's withdrawing, right? So he's withdrawing from the fight. He's trying to take cover and remain defensive, right? Let's fight another day. But both sides have suffered casualties, right? So we have 1 router, we have 2 dead, we have 1 concussed. All right. So we're winning so far, but we won at a pretty high cost, though. All right. So DOCKLA, you make movement. You're trying to protect your bowman.
Yeah.
For DRELA, she notices that there's an enemy bowman who just took out these guys here. We haven't lost half of our forces yet, so there's no morale check yet. But actually, we lost 4, right? Out of 8. So yeah, we lost half our forces. So these 4 bowmen here, realizing that as a group, will make a morale check, and they fail. So given that, they're not like fully retreating, but they are going to withdraw, right? They don't want to get shot dead, so they're going to take cover at the very least. So DRELA, realizing that there's a bowman who just took out 2 of our guys, she's going to begin making movement to the east, right? So she has some cover, and all of our bowmen are doing that. Like LEFTREB's like, follow me, take cover, right? And they're all starting to move. They're breaking rank, right? Because we have 1 router, 2 or 3 people down, and then DOCKLA, you're covering them, right, with your shield as they make their way east. So they make movement toward the east to exit the enemy line of fire. Let's get here withdraws. The enemy bowman here. See, you can cover your guys. So you see that they're moving toward the east, and you can start to move east with them, right? Cover the line of fire of the enemy bowman, because that's our major threat, letting them get shot while they retreat. So you notice that your guys are retreating, so you're going to cover them with your shield. And this bowman's going to continue bombarding, right? He's going to fire at your guys, but you're going to protect your guys with your shield. And you'll at least get to protect 1 of them fully. So out of these 3, who do you want to protect fully with your body as they make movement east?
DRELA.
Your sister. Okay, so you're mindful of her. You have your shield in front of you, but your head is turned around. You're like looking toward DRELA, so you can fully block the arrows coming toward her. The others have slight cover, right, as they make movement east. But he will make a line of fire, or he will line up his shot so that he can trail the shot and hit the other 2 instead, right? Since you're fully covering DRELA with your body and shield. So he goes for like ETHBOR and LEFTREB as they make their escape, right? He'll do 1 of each. So where he would fire at 1, and then the second shot, by that time he fires the second shot, they'll probably be gone. So the second shot would go toward you, DOCKLA, as you guys fall back. The first shot goes toward either LEFTREB or ETHBOR. Between the 2, he's going to go for ETHBOR because ETHBOR is the bigger target. LEFTREB is hard to hit, right? If he goes for LEFTREB, he has a -4 penalty. So he went for ETHBOR, and he missed fire. It was too much movement, right? So they escaped. The second shot would be going toward DOCKLA during the withdrawal. That's also a misfire. So you took by the time the second shot went off, you also avoided being hit, and by then, right after that, you would have been able to retreat and also take cover, leave the line of fire. So both sides have withdrawn, it looks like, for now, right? So we're at a stalemate. The cave is now kind of contested, right? We have 4 versus 2 left. They retreat, we withdrew, right? So they're at the greater disadvantage, right? If we want to take the spot, though, we have to drive them out of here.
We're gonna grab our people.
Get our guys back. Gambit's out of the fight. They fled back to base.
And gather what loot we can from them.
Alright, so 1 of you will provide cover, right? Probably DOCKLA. You would eventually move up and keep watch to see if the enemy return, while the other 3 recover your guys, right? ANHAL's subdued. ANHAL, you gotta make a saving throw versus death to remain conscious. Otherwise, you went unconscious after being bodied.
Yeah. Are you gonna level drain them?
Level drain is only.
I remember.
If you get to 0 hit points, you get level drain typically, as is the rule, right? It says at 0 hit points. Yeah, he's level drained.
But like last time we played, I knocked out one cannibal, he said he went a little dim because he was subdued.
Yeah, subdual is a little iffy. Subdual is you're not trying to kill, because level drain is only happening when you get killed, or a wound should have killed you and didn't, right?
I will be honest with you. I don't think a shield bash would wound you terribly.
Yeah, so he tackled him. I'm not gonna say it's a level drain. I'll say level drain is for when like the intent was to kill, but the guy slammed into the ground. That's about it, and that slamming caused him to be injured but not dead. So, yeah, ANHAL, you're subdued because you dropped to 0. I mean, his intent was to kill actually, but he didn't. Or his main intent was to tackle him, and an extra benefit from that tackle was damage, which subdued ANHAL. So I might just clarify that subdual attacks may not or might not level drain, because level drain is for attacks that should have killed you but didn't, because they're supposed to leave you with a battle scar, right? Like trauma.
Yeah.
So, because the level drain is representing trauma, like PTSD, right? You lose competency in yourself or confidence in the battlefield, right? He just got slammed, so I'm gonna rule it as just a standard subdual, and you're not level drained or you don't suffer any major penalties, right? You're just subdued. Okay. So this will be a fast recovery for you. Yeah, he just got bodied, so you've got in your status, it'll be considered not dying, no level drain, and you are left with the reasoning behind the damage. It's just a light concussion. It's a light concussion, which should heal up pretty quickly. Alright. He's still functional. He still makes a saving throw to stay conscious now, right? To not like go into a daze and black out. So, ANHAL, to stay focused, you gotta roll against death. Roll 1d20.
I roll 1d20?
Yep. Alright.
18.
You remain conscious. You don't give up. So, despite all the pain you're suffering in your head right now, like you have all this like, you have a severe like headache, right? A concussion, and you're like aching, right, from that tackle. Like it was a pretty hard body slam, right?
Basically, I hit my head on the ground so hard it gave me a concussion.
So you get up, or that whiplash, right? From just all that movement to your brain and skull, right? So you get up and you're just kind of in a daze. You're wobbly, right? LEFTREB and them help you. You're able to like wobble to cover. But yeah, Anna will be all right. The other guys are dead. You check on them, they're dead.
Yeah.
In their own KRACETH's
recover
face.
the spell.
Yeah, recover their gear. Okay, so ANHAL, of course. Or no, not ANHAL. KRACETH, one of our magic users. Status: he had +1 morale, so he was confident joining the expedition, but he gets shot in the face and died. So, status is
imagine being so confident that you get shot in the face on your.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate somehow. It's that our magic users were just behind each other.
He's got a punctured face.
Yeah, we can give their spell books to the next of kin, could we?
Yeah, you could.
You say impressed him.
Who else died? It was GARBES, right? So GARBES, punctured lung, killed by Cannibal.
Shot in the gut.
And then Gambit ran.
Broke morale.
Yeah, broke morale.
Hey, at least we finally got a win today.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't lose everyone. 2 people died, 1 person ran out of cowardice.
For gear recovery.
Did you say he ran out of cowardice or just because...
He broke morale, because his master died. His employer, right? So.
Yeah, which is reasonable. No one would hold them against it.
Yeah. If you lost a person who's gonna pay you, it seems reasonable to run.
Yeah. No point.
Yeah, you're not gonna get paid, or possibly not get paid anymore. Let's see.
Yeah.
especially if the whole team is killed. But you guys survived. You can deal with Gambit as you see fit. If you think it was a reasonable, if it was reasonable for him to retreat, then leave him be. If not, you can report him for cowardice.
It was reasonable, but he also did refuse a lot of orders from his master. So,
Well, do you blame him? His master had such low charisma.
Low charisma means that you're unlikable, or it's hard for people to want to listen to you, right? You're just not a very good leader.
I imagine the magic user, very valuable person. Nevertheless, so.
Yeah, even Garbes though acted the part intentionally too. He was always intent. I mean, he was willing to help, but he was also distracted a lot. So.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well, at least he.
In the past campaigns, Garbes actually fell asleep on watch one time, right? On one of his adventures, he was on watch, and due to his lack of discipline, he allowed raiders to enter the last base and infiltrate the base, right? He was on watch.
He didn't allow because they went on my
That's
side
true.
when I was
still,
sleeping.
He could have taken action early, right? Casted sleep spells or raised the alarm if he was still attentive.
Yeah.
Because that wasn't on any roll. That was just by choice. He was distracted.
Yeah.
All right. So now he met his fate, though. He tried his best to redeem himself. He joined the front line, tried to cast sleep on the enemy, but made the mistake of not having anyone to cover him, so he was shot dead. So, all right. So yeah, puncher's lung, 0 hits. For gear recovery, we gotta see what you guys want to take. So for KRACETH, he had a spell book on him that's of value, right? He has no money. This should be 0. I think, yeah, it should be 0.
Yeah.
All right. He had rations, so who will want to take this stuff?
LEFTREB would take it.
LEFTREB. He would be too slow, I think.
Yeah.
Or LEFTREB's already have heavy fitment, so I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah. Matter because he was already carrying like 9 rations, so.
He's at 7 rations now, and he also has the spell book of what was it, sleep, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This could save you some money when you make new magic users.
Yep, that will make the new magic user.
So, KRACETH was killed. Alright, for the character Garbes, naturally the person to inherit his gear is not here, possibly. It would have been Gambit, since he was next in line. But he left, so what do you guys want to grab from Garbes? I would say... Oh yeah, go ahead.
I grab his sling pouch and stones.
Sling pouch and stones. Alright.
Yeah.
I'll take his 1 copper.
Okay.
And add it to my 1 copper. To come out with 2.
Interesting.
Alright, so ANHAL has 2 coppers now.
Better than nothing.
Yeah. He has a sleep spellbook as well, so I'm sure we want that.
Yeah.
We should take that.
Grab that too.
Alright, who's gonna take it?
ETHBOR? Oh, ETHBOR can take it? Oh yeah, ETHBOR.
Bear the burden. Let's see. Help bear the burden. Alright.
Yeah,
Alright, so we just finished recovering what loot we could from our deceased companions. From here...
And what can...
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, what equipment can we nab off the cannibals?
Right. So you start looting the cannibals too, and they have a decent amount of gear too, fortunately.
Any money?
They don't carry money on them, but they might have money somewhere else, right? Like at their home or their camp.
Right.
There might be money in this cave.
If you can find where they were sleeping, because everyone needs a base, right? So, alright, so for you guys here, you start to loot the last, or these cannibals that you took down, right? These 2 up here that you took down. And
Go forward.
these are spearman cannibals, so I'm gonna list the gear, and you guys can decide what you want to take. But when it comes to their gear, they have iron spears, right? So just standard spears, right? The basic material for spears is iron. Jesus, font. Alright, so iron or spears. 2 shields. 2 helmets. 2 gambesons. 2. Now, one of them was, or both of them took body injuries, I think. So both of them have damaged gambesons. So, damaged gambesons, like blood covered, damaged or punctured gambesons. So the gambesons provide 50% armor class when they're damaged.
What
They can be repaired though, right? You can repair a gambeson.
Yeah. What about there was one dead around down here, but we can't recover that one. Be a little risky.
Did you say it's risky for one of us, or for one of your guys to get the salt deposit? Whichever one of your guys has that bag.
That is very risky.
We don't know if the enemy
have
have fully left yet, right? So we'd have to push in further.
Yeah.
Right.
Team.
Could regroup and try to push them out.
We can make another push into the position, clear out the cave for good.
Yeah.
Or we can end it with both sides are even now, right? So both sides are, if you leave now, you know, even they have to take time to recover. Technically, they lost this battle, right? They lost more than they gained, so.
They
might
lost a
even
lot of the
withdraw.
equipment. Even though we lost our guys, we're able to retrieve our equipment from
Yeah,
them.
you want turf.
Well, they can retrieve the equipment from their archer
Actually,
down there.
there's
but
actually 3.
we can get stuff up here.
So, there's actually 3 spears, 3 shields, 3 helmets, 3 gambesons. That's basically all the good gear that they had.
Yeah. Alright.
Oh, they
Well-
had some sidearms too, actually. So not just spears. Let's see, because they have.
Where's our short swords went?
Right, so when it comes to their gear, they have I mean, cannibals spawn in naked typically, and their gear is looted. They get helmets from the enemies they loot.
Yeah. Most of us always carried short swords, so
Yeah, so that's available for them to choose to have. So they'll have, these cannibals have up to maybe 20 copies worth of gear. So gambesons are 5, shields are 5, spears and helmets are 8. So they would have 2 left for any extra weapons. So for extra weapons, they all had slings and stones and pouches in case they needed to switch to missile fire. So if you guys need a load up on extra hunting weapons, we have slings, we have pouches, and we have a bunch of stones, right? So
Yeah.
3 pouches
pass
available.
out.
Slings.
Yeah.
Alright, let's distribute the
We're probably gonna have.
Also, the base mix-in has taxed the settlers despite them having little to nothing, right? So the tax, of course, pays for any bounties that he's placed on the cannibals. He placed a 1 copper bounty on cannibal heads. That's all he can afford at the moment as an NPC.
That's perfectly
ruler.
fine.
So you bring back signs or proof that you killed 3 cannibals, you get an additional 3 coppers, right, for these 3 that you have here. If you
Ooh.
can claim this last one, it'll be
So-
Hell yeah.
Is it like the quest? Is it like that? Those normal D&D quests of cut goblin ears, return them to the guild, and you get money. Is it something like that?
kind of, yeah. I mean, people.
As long as there's physical proof that you've killed a cannibal, you will
Would-
get.
Most of the time, player
What-
characters tend to switch to heads now because there was a scheme or a scam going on where like people would just like capture goblins, cut their ears off, enslave the goblin, or sell the goblin still, right? Or like
Right.
sell 2 ears, right, instead, and like make it count as 2. So now for full proof, most people want a head, right, instead of an ear.
Yeah. Understand that, but we have no reason to keep these guys alive.
I thought they were dead.
Yeah, they're dead. We have no
Ah.
reason to keep them alive. So I say, It would just be easier if we were able to take their
Head.
It'd be easier
Their
to take their
ears.
ears, but due to, of course, scams in the past, people want heads usually more than ears now.
Yeah.
For full proof that they're dead. Right.
Why are we going to keep the slaves? That's the thing. We can't slave them.
Turn into laborers.
It is what it is.
Capture some.
I'll take a sling and a pouch. Are the pouches full of rocks for the sling?
Yeah, sure.
Then yeah, I'll take a sling and a pouch. So at least I have ranged attack, at least.
Yeah. It's very as you can tell now, right? Because it's more of a war game. You can see how much more important weapon type matters, and missiles are super important. Right, daggers.
What is a gambit?
Gambit's bloody armor.
Gambit is a padded clothes.
Well, if I'm gonna be stealthy, I know spear and shield is gonna be bad. Anything loud is bad.
I'll say
Anything
maybe
that can make noise to me is bad.
I'll say first, I have been playing this. Your gear doesn't really matter. Maybe some of the heavier stuff. But Gambleton's shield, spears, those are not heavy at all. Very light.
Then I guess I'll take a gambeson and a helmet.
Okay, you already have a helmet, so if you take a helmet, it's mostly you take it to sell, right? An iron helmet,
and then I'll just take a gambeson to wear.
Yeah.
Right,
those Gambesons will not give you any bonuses though. They only like 0.5.
Yeah,
damage.
so you have to repair them.
But it still gives me a little bit of protection.
Yes, it still gives you a little bit of protection, because without armor, you will suffer bleed damage. So if you get hit on the body, you'll get bleed damage. So armor turns
I'll
weapon
take one of the
into more like blunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, this Gambeson does still help you, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So he'll take a Gambeson. There should be 2 left now.
Also, depending how much we get from this.
Okay, we still got a lot of loot to take. You get 3 helmets, which can be sold for scrap metal, or turned to scrap metal and sold, right?
Yeah.
Who wants to carry the helmets out of your team?
Can we put some in?
The bags are starting to fill up, I think, some of them.
Yeah.
They can be carried by hand too, of course, if anyone wants to hand carry.
Yeah, second.
So, who will hand carry
I'll
the
have
helmets?
Let's do that. So.
Retainers? Okay, so
ETHBOR and DRELA. ETHBOR and DRELA.
Alright, so I guess DRELA doesn't have anything else to carry, so she'll take it, right? She has a bow in her quiver, and she'll carry all 3 helmets, just put them in her arms and carry them together. She can drop them in case of a combat, but she'll have an armful of helmets then.
If it helps, I can take I can take the other 2 pouches with me and just have them on me. That way it's less for everyone else to carry.
Yeah.
And I could probably do the same with the slings and put a sling in each pouch.
Okay, yeah, keep all the slings because they're pretty lightweight. So.
Yeah, keep a sling with a pouch. That way I can sell them.
The pouches are full of stones. You could dump the stones out to lighten them up. You can always find stones out in the wilderness, right, for free.
True.
So.
Well, that's up to the DM if the pouches were full or empty.
Yep, they're full. Or they're not fully full, but they're mostly full. They got stones in there, so you can just dump them out.
They're full, but they're mostly used.
Yeah, you can dump the pouches out from, or you can dump them with the stones. That way, the stones weigh.
Stones are completely free. Like
yeah.
At the beginning of the game, you can just get more pouches.
10 sling stones weigh 1 pound. So.
See, I'll dump the stones out of the 2 free pouches and just put the sling in the pouch. That way, the pouch is holding the sling.
Yep, save space.
So 1 pouch holds a sling and the other pouch holds the other sling. Yep. And that when I sell them, I'm selling them as a group instead of separately.
Yeah.
That we would have a problem.
We got 3 spears, 3 shields.
Sell a sling, no pouch. How dare you?
So these are pretty good.
Every coin we need to get.
Sure.
The shields have light damage to them, so it's little to no damage, right? Just got arrow holes.
Oh yeah, are we able to retrieve any arrows?
Usually 50% of arrows can be retrieved, because half the time they're bent or broken. So, Um, and you have to take the time to go and retrieve them. So it's usually not worth it, because they're so cheap. But if you want to take the time to try to recover your arrows,
Yeah, they're cheap.
you could definitely do it. The arrows that misfired completely, you have to go all the way to the end of the cave to find them, right?
Yeah.
The arrows that actually hit bodies, which I think was just this one right here, right? The guy got shot. You could pull it out, and there's 50% chance that the arrow's not broken or bent.
Nah,
If
that's
it's
good.
bent, you can repair them, right? But who wants to take the time and money to repair an arrow when you can just buy a bunch more for pretty cheap? So,
Maybe he had a valuable arrow or something.
oh yeah, special one. Yeah, masterwork arrows then. But yeah, standard arrows are
Oh.
pretty affordable. A small piece of iron at the end. So. Alright, spear, shields, and gambits. This is the last bit of valuable gear you can take. So those guys who don't have good melee and armor can take this, right? So like DRELA, if you want, she can take one. I mean, she's a thief though, so it might be cumbersome for her to take.
No.
Maybe DOCKLA, you already have. Or you want to switch your shield out for a normal shield?
Oh, hell yeah.
Right, and you can give your light shield to DRELA. She can wear it on her arm. She's doing archery.
Yeah.
Alright, so she got the light shield now, and you got the normal shield.
Yeah.
Alright, 2 shields left. Do we want it or do we want to leave it? 2 gambits, 2
We wanna,
spears.
Can we... Oh, we need...
DRELA will take a spear though, I think. That's fine. For her melee.
Yeah. Oh, can we have... Can I... take... Ooh,
Oh, it looks like ETHBOR's taking a spear too, if you're fine with it.
Yeah, perfectly fine. Can this count to their 1 copper per day if they're taking the gear here?
Yeah, sure.
Because my plan,
Yeah.
if
you're
my
sharing
plan
the
was
loot.
like, okay, from the gear we get whatever money, and like,
Yeah,
oh.
yeah. They get gear instead of money. Yeah, that's fine. That's their payment.
Mhm.
ANHAL, should we give ANHAL this spear too? He doesn't have a good melee. He has a dagger only, 2 daggers. Which are only good if he's up close and personal.
Do you want a
It's up to him though, if you want one.
Yeah.
If he doesn't want it, we still have a couple other characters we can give it to. Let's see. LEFTREB could take
of course pass out? No, LEFTREB has
it. He's already pretty heavily
too much
burdened.
stuff.
Alright, yeah, so ANHAL, do you want it?
Sorry,
Do you want a spear?
the spear? Sure.
Alright.
Can we pass out some damaged Gambelsons to
Yeah.
people?
Who should take it?
DOCKLA
You already have one.
and
Or do you want another one? You already have a
Oh,
normal
that's-
Gambison.
I
DRELA
forgot.
the
DRELA?
Gambison.
Give her
Yeah,
one.
DRELA. Did I say DOCKLA? My bad.
Yeah.
DRELA. My bad.
And they both end with law.
Yeah.
Alright, last Gambison. Should it go to ETHBOR?
ETHBOR, yeah.
Alright, 2 shields left. Should ETHBOR take one?
ETHBOR, yeah.
Alright, who's the last shield going to?
Can we just sell it?
Does LEFTREB have a shield for his short sword?
He's small, so
Last,
this shield's too big. Or it's a heavy shield for him.
It would have a shield, but he doesn't need it because he's small. Gets a
Yeah,
He
bigger
has a minus
targets
4,
have
a minus 4,
which is way more
minus 4 to his armor class.
beneficial usually than
Yeah.
a shield. So
Mm-hmm. So a heavy Gambleton and a helmet should be just enough for him.
alright, he values mobility more than anything, because all that gear slows him drastically, right? Because he gets slowed pretty
He's a
quick.
heavy footman, so he doesn't value that much.
Yeah,
But the shield would make it harder.
because it's 10
just-
pounds, and he only can carry 60 pounds total. So yeah. Alright, and he's already pushing his limits, I think. Let's see, he's got, this is 5, 10, 12, 15, and let's see, 15, 18, 19, 20, 27, 30, 31, 30, 32-ish pounds. So he's a heavy footman by 2 pounds, right? If he gets rid of 2 pounds, he'll be a medium footman. So if he ever dropped his rations, he'd become a medium footman, right? So, in case he needed to escape, but he moves at 10 feet per round, like 25% speed. So,
But that's gonna be someone's breakfast napkin.
yeah. Alright. Yeah, so what do we want to do with the last shield? There's one more shield left.
Can we just sell it?
We can sell it, yeah. Someone has to carry it, though, to sell it.
I can carry it if
Or you want to carry it?
helps.
Yep. Alright, ANHAL will be carrying one of the two, or the last shield. He'll be carrying it back to base. Alright, so your team has finished.
Am I
looting.
actually able to carry everything I'm holding, depending on how much encumbrance I have?
Yep, you're fine.
You don't.
You're good.
Okay.
Alright, so the team is ready to move out, unless you guys want to make a final push. But we are 2 hours and 46 minutes into our game, so we're nearing the end of time. We kind of
We're good. We
make a way
can do it, but I'd rather have more reinforcements.
Yeah, it's 5 guys total for the last few enemies.
Mhm.
Alright.
Like, I'm not going to take chances no more. I'm just going to always have the biggest party ever. I don't care if we get less XP, less
Just
money.
constantly spend all your money
Oh.
on hiring
Numbers
people.
matter, yeah.
It's not.
Hirelings are really helpful.
Yeah, I realized due to the nature, unfairness nature of basic and expert, it's just better to have more people.
Exactly.
Right.
You're
There's a
learning, yeah.
reason why you're able to hire 4 retainers.
Charisma is not just a dumb stat, yeah. It's pretty important
Yeah,
to have men in your team.
there is a.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we'll make our way back to
Oh, yeah, we
base
have
then. Yeah. And for the dead guys, do you wanna, for all the dead guys, I mean, if you leave their bodies here, that's a benefit to the cannibals. So,
Well,
do you wanna
we're
bury them?
taking the heads from their dead
Yeah.
cannibals, right?
Taking 3 heads.
Yeah, but cannibals will just eat their bodies.
Yeah, so if we leave their bodies here, we're benefiting the enemies if they decide to come and take their corpses later, right? So, unfortunately, we don't have the means to carry them back because we're already carrying a hefty amount of gear. If you do want to
Right.
drag
Yeah.
corpses back, one person can drag 1 corpse back each, but it would be a very slow trip on the way back, right? Super.
What if
slow.
we just drag them?
So reasonably, I think 2 people could carry 1 person, and you'll be a heavy footman rate, right?
That'd be perfectly fine.
So you could at least carry home your own men, right? And then one of the cannibals' corpses, and leave 2 of their own people for them to eat.
Oh, we're taking the whole corpse and not just the head?
Yeah, because we don't want them to eat.
Yeah, because
Nine?
the cannibals eat people, right? So if we leave the food there, they get stronger, right? Even if they eat their own kin.
I thought Gambit
I-
was running away.
What's up?
You put Gambit with DOCKLA, and I thought Gambit wasn't really here because he ran away.
Oh, did I? Oops, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe put them a little bit
Alright, so
further.
we
I can
can't-
carry
yeah.
a corpse. I'm pretty much free.
So these 2 will drag this corpse along, right? 2 men carry, and then these 2, and then one of you will just be on watch, right? Leading the troop back. So DOCKLA, as your men, carry your dead back, you'll leave the enemy corpses to them, so they'll just have to eat their own kin. And leaving food behind mainly just helps them sustain a position, right? Because food allows people to survive, and it can also draw in reinforcements, right? Sometimes if there's more food than like a surplus, right, of food, you could draw in reinforcements because food is considered to be a trade commodity, right? Like you could pay people with food. So these cannibals here
Okay, this might.
will benefit to some extent for having these 4 corpses. At the very least,
Yeah.
this might draw in at least 4 more
Just-
cannibals to reinforce their position, right, with this much meat. So
And that means next game when we have more reinforcements, hey, there's 4 more to kill.
possibly, yeah. So
Because when I'm around, no matter what, we're gonna mostly out like either have even numbers or outnumber them completely.
exactly.
Because I won't get another reroll. I'm going to make another character.
And reinforcements or benefits only come when we hold territory, right? So if they hold this base, they'll get benefits, and if we hold our base, we'll get benefits, right? So not just more than likely, their next expedition or tomorrow, they won't just have possibly 4 reinforcements, but they could possibly have more reinforcements, right? Possibly. Not as many as before, but definitely get some reinforcements in for holding the position for a day, right? And then you guys, your reinforcements is dependent on player count, so.
Yeah. And if, for example, we're lucky, we might get Code back. He can bring a retainer.
Right. So.
Yeah.
Yep. Alright, so by the way, settlers continue to arrive at the Shoreline base camp as well, right? Basically, the numbering of settlers that arrive is pretty much equal to, for every single adventurer that arrives at the base, typically about 1d20 other settlers arrive with them. So this number is not up to date, but there are definitely more settlers, if settlers are even welcome into the base still, right? Or willing to actually come to the base.
Do they have to go through a selection when people get on the base?
These are foreigners.
If you're good,
they're from the same land as your people. So like, when you arrived here, ANHAL, you didn't arrive here alone. So your name is like your family name, or like the land you come from. So all your characters hail from the land of Code, right? Or from the family or clan of Code, right? So typically 1 to 10% of a population is actually militaristic, right? Typically 1% is actually adventurers, or 1 to 10, maybe 20 in wartime. So when you arrive here, you're like the only adventurer, while everyone else that arrives on your boat are just NPC settlers and merchants and normal people. So
my family's they're all militaristic.
Yeah, so if settlers are even welcome to the base, and they're only welcome if the base is secure and safe. So Shoreline Base Camp is technically not a secure and safe base for the most part. Every single time it gets attacked, it just gets withdrawn or evacuated, usually either by boat or just by land, right?
Well, how do the pirates attack?
But settlers have come in through the base, and most of them are forced outside of the base to settle the surrounding lands if people arrive. So, but yeah, for now it's a secure base. How the enemy attack? They might attack by boat or by land, right? So by boat, they'll just come sailing up to the shores, climb out, and just, for the most part, most of the time, we actually just surrender the base to them. Like, we leave the base behind, and they just take what they want and leave.
Has it been reported that they have guns or anything?
No, they don't have guns or anything like that. They're not wealthy enough for that yet.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah, for guns to even remain in supply, you need a mountain grid, so you can create gunpowder, right? Otherwise, it's not a reliable source. You won't be able to buy ammunition, so. They have no access to that. Their gear that they get is from other merchants, and it's from raiding the coastline. So if we have guns here, then they can raid and take our guns, right? But they'll raid merchants. They'll raid the coastline. Typically, they don't really raid merchants because they have to buy gear from merchants, and they get most of the supply from raiding, right? So settlers who go out to do the hard work of getting food and water and supplies like wood, firewood.
Yeah.
They're basically producers as Vikings come and plunder, right? They get by just plundering. Everyone else gets by like the standard human way of life, right? Just farming and food and hunter-gatherer, right? So, the base here, it does have a handful of settlers, but most settlers, the base is not large enough to actually house settlers. So, upon arrival, settlers just kind of disperse toward the safer lands, So most of the settlements are being built in this southwestern area here past the shoreline. That's where most of the settlers are going. When they arrive on the shoreline, they are told that they should settle the southern lands because they're safest. Right, the north and eastern lands are dangerous, but the lands between the shoreline and the elf lands are relatively safe. So this entire coastline here is the safest area for the settlers, right? This coastline, because it's got the most protection, right? So most of the settlers settle this coastline, right? For every single adventure you see on the map, there's usually at least on average 10 settlers that arrived with them on average. So you see about this many adventurers, multiply it by 10, and that's how many settlers are in the area, right? So,
Wow.
to the southwest.
Because in Mitch's camp there is.
That spawned, right? So
Where is Mitch's camp?
So there should be this settler count is not accurate, so don't worry about the settler count here. There are some ruined wooden shelters that used to belong to the early settlers, but most settlers are away from the base camp and settled to the southwest, and
this is where most of the adventurers live then.
Yeah, so the most recent attacks that occurred were from sea, right? Because given the campaign map, if the Vikings want to go by land, they have to come through us first, which is the shoreline base, or go around us, between us, and into the settlements. For the most part, they have to go by boat. So mostly the northern settlements, the new arrivals, are first to be plundered, and the ones that are able to travel further out to the south are usually the safest, right? Because they're close to the elves. But the elves are also not friendly toward them, right? If they decide to cross the border and start settling or taking the elves' goods, the elves will fight back or demand payment for the crime committed on their land, right? For the theft. But most settlers, upon arrival, they're homeless, poor, and have nothing, so they have to branch out and build their camps close to the shoreline, and eventually they try to migrate further south, right, where it's safer from the Vikings. But the Vikings will stop by every now and then, take what they want, and then head back to their camp, right?
So it's even more important to regain this land.
Yep. Yeah. And people don't just spawn, right? They're all just reinforcements come from foreign lands and are only brought if we have something they want, right? Which is like territory, resources, and such, right? Which lure in. And of course, if an area is not good, we evacuate it, and that increases the population for a different territory. Like Wolfden used to be populated, and then it lost population. All of those refugees came to Shoreline, and Shoreline's numbers were boosted up drastically out of nowhere.
And then once we're able to push back to Wolf, then they can repopulate that.
Yeah.
Anyways, so what were we able to sell?
Yep. So let's say you guys begin the travels back to the Shoreline base
And
to sell off your loot, right? So we just make sure it was safe travels. I'll quickly roll up monster encounters. All right. No monsters. Large game. No large game. Small game. No small game. Safe travels back to base from the Salt Vein Cave. The Cannibals, last report. You guys turn in the report. There should be 2 left out there. There could be more soon to be. Right. Actually, we left 4 bodies, so that's, 4 corpses, which is 4 corpses worth of food. And food, lures, and help, so they could get reinforcements for those 4 kills, right? So, or 4 bodies, which they'll probably just eat themselves, or they could sell and hire on other men to help them defend that cave. But even cannibals can't reproduce super fast, right? They're human like us, so eventually their numbers will dwindle down. So let's continue picking them off our land. All right. So at the Shoreline base, they don't have infinite numbers either, right? They have a limited number of cannibals. Although most cannibals are very militaristic, a lot of them, their way of life is fighting, right? Whereas humans or civilized people, their way of life is more civilized, and they choose to settle, right? Not take a aggressive approach to survival. So,
would it be possible to have like a more militaristic people, like in the future?
You could, but then with a higher military means less resources for everyone, right? Because it takes a lot to keep a strong military. You need food, you need food is the biggest thing, of course, but then armor and weapons is important too. And in order to have armor and weapons, you need to manufacture them by having a good supply line, right? And like people to actually spend time learning to craft and gathering those resources and such, right? So if
Makes
you have
sense.
a weak civilian population, then your armor and weaponry will not be good, right? And then your food supply will not be good either. So your troops will go hungry.
Okay. So you
and
need a
armor-
mix.
yeah. So you would end up like cannibals, basically, right? Like lack of armor and weapons, or Vikings, right? And that all your armor and weapons and food has to be stolen since you can't provide it yourself, right? So the reason why you have
Makes
access to
sense.
buying all the good gear is because you have such a high civilian population. Without a good civilian population, you don't have access to all the good gear, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Would it be possible, for example, once we clear up Wolf Den, to become more militarized
Yeah, you can create
than
a
the
fort.
shoreline?
Yeah, like this could be the settlement, this could be the fort, right? So
Yeah.
population ratio will change, right?
hmm
You can only like keep
You
all
can
the
have a
settlers
good-
and the only
You can
troops.
have a good civilian population, but they can be on a different grid.
Exactly, right? But typically only 10 to 20% of a population, a human population, is actually capable of fighting or becoming a professional military, right? Because
Mhm.
naturally 50% are females, so it's already 50% gone. And now that the 50% males, 33% are too young and 33% are too old, right? So that leaves 33% capable men to become professional military. And now those capable men, some people need to stay home and defend, some people stay home and actually hunt and gather food, some people need to do maintenance, right? So that leaves 10% of the 33% of those men to actually be professional troops.
Yeah.
If you take
And-
20% of
and
them,
we are-
then it's 13% left, right?
And that means us are the 10% then.
Yeah, you're the 10%. So, of you're the professional military force in the area, right? So they're trained and capable fighters, right? All right.
And we're
So
getting bigger and bigger.
slowly growing from foreign affairs. Eventually, you want to be able to produce your own troops. In order to produce your own troops, you have to have enough territory to sustain a higher population. Because out of a higher population, a small percentage of them per day could be recruited, right, into your ranks naturally. Because every day, someone might come of age and be ready to join the military, right, enlist as a soldier, right.
Mhm.
So, but that only comes from a super high population, right? Like a population of 100, that's not too big, or that's not big enough to recruit every day. It might be big enough to recruit.
Like a day.
It might be big enough to recruit like one person per year, right? So into the military, but you need like a population of 1,000, right, to maybe recruit like a small roster of 10 men per year, right? So that's 1 man per month, right? So for now, all your troops are foreign, right? They're just coming from other lands and had no life
Yeah.
before this. So let's see.
You know, sometimes I wish there was more consistent players. That means we could have a big army, but
You'll grow faster, or yeah, the team will grow
Yeah.
a lot faster.
I just need high charisma. Then I can just be the main main army.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, then that's why there's a cap on retainer account, because it forces you to have to actually hire other players or get other players to bulk up the retainer account.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. The issue is people are not consistent enough, like me.
yeah, you're probably the most consistent for sure. Just to keep dying. So hopefully this one survives long enough, right? DOCKLA. Let's see.
Well, as long as our group stays together, we should be perfectly fine.
Exactly. All right, let's start selling off that gear. So we made it back to base.
Yeah.
We meet up with the merchants at the shoreline, and we try to trade some of the goods we found. So what are we selling first? The
Yeah.
helmets.
Yeah, sell the helmets.
Okay, who was carrying the helmets? Let's see,
It was my character's sister, so
DRELA.
DRELA. Yeah.
3 helmets, yeah. Alright, the merchant will look them over. Let's see, his initial reaction toward the helmets is neutral. So he's looking at the helmets, looking them over. And he thinks that a fair price for the helmets is going to be 2 copper a helmet.
Perfectly fine.
Okay. You accept the offer. He gives you 6 coppers total for the 3 helmets you sell. So these 6 coppers, we can divvy it up later. So we can just, for now, pool it.
Yeah.
So
And then I think we had like one extra shield too.
Sell one of the shields.
Sell.
It was a ANHAL shield, right?
Yeah, ANHAL shield.
Alright. His reaction to the shield is he is buying it for a gooder or better price. 3 coppers for the shield.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so you got 9 coppers now. What else do we want to sell? Oh yeah, the bounties, right? You can sell it to
Yeah.
yeah, Mixin.
Sorry.
Mixin accepts your
It's
bounties.
all
Sorry, I was talking with my mom. I had to lower the.
It's all good, bro.
I had to lower the voice and mute my mic. So.
Temporary, yeah. All good.
about it. We're at any game, so
We're just selling off the
Okay.
wood. Yeah, wrapping it up.
Out of all I know, out of mine is selling the spear, shield,
Oh, spear 2.
and the 2 pouches, 2 slings.
Okay, yep.
So I'm keeping a sling and a pouch for myself.
For the spear, he's not really interested in buying the spear too much at the moment, but he still buys it from you for 1 copper if you're willing to part ways with it. He'll buy it for 1. Is that fine?
Who am I selling it to?
The only merchant here at the base at the moment, which is a sea merchant.
Sea Trader Camp.
Yeah, you're at the sea trader camp right now at the base. So
Um,
he'll buy your
so
spear
he
for
would
1
just-
copper.
anything you give to him.
He'll buy it if he wants it. He looks at your spear and says he'll buy it for 1 copper. You could barter, of course. If you ask for more, you can ruin your reputation with him. If you ask for less, you can increase your reputation with him, right?
Right.
So,
you can't get a half a copper, so
so if you sell your gear for
yeah,
cheaper, then you can buy stuff from him for cheaper, right? As well in the future, right? So he'll give you better deals.
Then yeah, I'm fine with selling it for a copper. Then I'll move on to the 2 slings and 2 pouches.
All right, he's not interested in those either, right? He says he'll buy them all collectively for 1 copper. Is that fine?
For 2 slings and 2 pouches, 1 copper in total.
yeah.
Otherwise, he won't buy it at all because he has no need for them.
For
Is there
example,
anything I can
How-
convince him to sell it to buy it for a lot more?
Other PCs, NPCs, right? So if you meet up with when we start games and other players are preparing their characters and you have extra gear, you can sell it to them, right? Because a sling and a pouch will cost them 2 coppers, and you can sell it to them for 1 each, right? So,
Right.
but we also, both of us, me and you, worked for those, so if he keeps those 2 slings and sells it, he wouldn't be able to share it to the rest of the people, correct?
that's true. Yeah, it'll just be on him.
And we,
So should the
And we
party
wish,
agree to sell it?
yeah,
The slings
on
and
every
pouches.
copper,
Alright. Is that fine with you, Anil?
Yes.
DOCKLA says you should sell it so that we can add it the funds to
Just
his
for
party
1
funds.
copper.
Yeah, you'll get 1
Yeah.
copper for selling 2 slings and 2 pouches.
Yeah, I
Makes
guess I'll take it. Whatever.
which makes perfect sense because a sling is 1, a pouch is 1, so
But I'm selling them as a group instead of singular.
yeah. Because, of course, they won't buy it at normal price, so
Buy it basically at 25% price.
yeah.
Alright.
Basically, whatever the coin is before copper is basically how much each sling and pouch cost.
There's no coin before copper. 8 copper's the last one.
Oh, okay, then never mind.
So we made about like a silver piece in profit.
Is there anything else you guys were
Just-
trying to sell?
I don't think there's anything else to sell because everyone.
Okay, so just 13 coppers. Alright. So now we can divvy up
Yeah.
the loot. So we have retainers with us too that we have to pay. We pay them already their daily wages though by giving them gear, right?
Yeah.
So now when it comes to
Yeah.
their share of the spoils though, they'll probably want a piece of that, right?
Yeah, and they're all hired for half shares. So
Exactly. So
for each 2 there is.
for Gambit,
count
he
as
will get
one.
none, right? Because you found Gambit back at base. Alright, let me see if he actually even made it back to base. There's a chance he never made it back, right? So during his travels, there was a chance he can encounter something on the way back. Alright. Now he got back to base, it looks like. Yeah, he safely got back. So when you found him at the base, did you want to Did you want to make a claim against him that he deserted your crew, or just leave him alone, and not pay him?
What would
Just leave
happen
him
if we do?
He can get in trouble. Desertion could be considered a crime, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Betrayal. right?
Personally,
Hunt him for a bounty.
no, no.
If you think his
Personally,
retreat was
I
justified,
do not care, but I don't think he deserves it.
all
I
right.
don't
Hey.
really.
At least he
care
doesn't
that
deserve
much
a share of
either.
the treasure, right? He did absolutely nothing. Just fled.
He did absolutely
I'll-
nothing in a way.
I'll go along with whatever Ethan goes for.
Yeah.
But yeah, like if people
Even though
like,
I really,
oh yeah, go ahead.
even though I really want to, but
Report
I
him.
don't want to reward people for just running away
Right.
and doing nothing. If he actually did keep watch, yeah, he earned his copper, but
Nah, he fled.
If he would have stayed to fight instead of run, then yeah, he would have earned it.
yeah.
Instead
Well-
of being a coward.
To me, as long as he kept watch, he did a job, because keeping watch is very important. As
Yeah.
soon as he lost his master, he ran away, perfectly fine. That is like, okay, you lost your employer. That is morale
But
breaking.
you can technically still take the money off his body.
All right. So, out of your team, these guys are taking a half share. You guys are taking a full share. So I would say out of the 13.
Yeah.
Let's say that. Let's see. Let's do 4 for each of you. I think that should leave 5 left. Or no, wait. So we want to pay them equally. So, let's do. If we do 2 for each of them, that counts for 6, and there's 7 left. So for the last 7, one of you should take 4. Maybe DOCKLA, since you're the leader, and then ANHAL should take 3.
Yeah.
Is that fair? Or did you want to send some back to the ones who died for the crew? Do they deserve a share?
Yeah.
They died for the crew.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Gabs, at least.
All right. So those who died for the team should also get a share. Let's do 2 for these guys, which will count for 8. I think there should be 5 left. Actually no. We'll do 1 for the dead guys. Maybe 2 for GARBES, 1 for KRACETH, and then we'll do. Let's try. Let's see if we do 2 for GARBES, 1 for KRACETH. These guys can all get 2, so that'll be. Let's see, 6, 8, 9, and there would be 4 left. So yeah, oh, that would be 2. That would be an equal share for them. That would not be good. Okay, so let's do a different payment method. Let's do 1 each for these guys, 1 for KRACETH, and then that's counting for 4 of them. So there would be 9 coppers left. And with the 9 coppers, we'll do 3 of each for each of you guys, since GARBES died for your crew and it's a PC. So
Yeah.
3 for these guys, 1
He
for
did
these.
some- He did something, but an arrow took him out too early.
Yeah. So in the end, ANHAL, you received payment. You got 3 coppers today for payment. You're at 5 total now. DOCKLA received 3. And ANHAL, you did technically loot GARBES of his coin. If you want, you can send it to his next of kin, or you can keep it. Right? If no one tells, then it won't be a crime.
I
See?
won't tell.
What?
The 1 copper that GARBES was carrying on him technically belongs to his next of kin. Do you want to turn that into the next of kin, or do you want to keep it?
I'll keep it.
Okay. Alright, no one seems to be against you keeping it, so if you don't tell the law,
Yeah.
then you're fine. I'll report that.
I'm not going to tell anyone except for the
I have-
party
yourself.
members that I have now that I took a gold piece of a dead body.
I
It's
have
supposed
to
go the
justify
family.
my reason why I'm neutral.
Alright.
Because all my characters have always died for the group. That makes too lawful for me. I'm trying to stay neutral.
Lawful neutral, chaotic neutral, or just neutral neutral?
There's only 3 alignments
In OD&D.
in old school.
Chaotic, neutral, and lawful.
Yeah, it's kind of different.
No,
Chaotic, neutral,
yeah, we
and
have
lawful.
evil, not evil. We have chaotic, lawful, and neutral. That's it.
Basically, what I just said.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've been doing too much lawful with all my characters, so I need to balance out.
Alright, Gambit got nothing today. Alright, so you've all been paid out your copper. Okay, you've all been paid, I believe. Let's see, double check.
Mm-hmm. And now we do XP.
Yeah, XP. That's the biggest thing you got today, I would say. 4 kills means
And
that you
we-
got 4 XP. So, out of your team, how do you want to divvy it up? Do we want to do
So
XP for just the PCs?
pieces for. Yeah.
2 each.
2 each. That works.
Alright, so ANHAL's
For the
2
live
of
ones.
12. Yeah. And then the captain of the team, kind of, right? DOCKLA, right? You kind of led this expedition. So,
Yeah.
2 of 12.
And most of my crew is supplying the.
Yeah, you
The
supply
actual-
most of the team. Like your men were the bulk of the group and did most of the work, so it's pretty fair
Yeah.
that you are considered captain of this team. So,
Mhm.
alright, so you led the expedition, which will be noted in the report, and you also get the captain role.
Yeah. Finally, I can be. I
Then,
can be. Was it yellow again?
yeah,
I can be yellow.
ANHAL, you assisted in the leadership of the crew, so you'll get sergeant.
Yeah, you did very well. I'm glad you were saying one thing. I will say, you overcomplicated a lot of things.
I did.
Mm-hmm. You don't need to. For one,
Well, I think I only overcomplicated it because I'm still new to
Yeah, that's fine.
OD&D, so
Yeah.
that's my only reason for making it a little complicated, and I'm still trying to
Yeah.
not mix up new school and old school D&D in my head
Yeah.
too much.
Fair enough.
That's my
Just-
only reason for messing up a lot.
It's all
Yeah.
good, bro.
This is in the past when I try to over-explain what I'm doing, I usually get punished. But I'm also an older player, so
Oh wait, so I'm not supposed to explain how I'm doing each movement?
Well, it's fine. It's just you don't want to take too long, because in the middle of combat, the enemy
Yeah.
are not going to wait for you to figure out exactly what you want to do.
Right.
yeah.
So,
I
That's
will
why I
say
told-
I have learned that from a lot of things is figure out what you're gonna do when it's not your turn, and then so when it is your turn, you know what to do immediately
right.
instead of having to
Good
spend
trait.
like 10 minutes trying to figure out what to do.
Good trait. Most of those people we invite here do not have that.
They either don't
They
know what
don't
to do in
pay-
their turn because they don't pay attention, or they take their turn to just think, even though they had like 10 minutes to figure out what
Yeah.
to do. So,
Some.
I mean, I have played a little bit of D&D, but it's only ever been on Discord, and
yeah, that's fine.
it's never really been OD&D, so
Yeah.
No,
You
you
did
did
really
good for your
good.
first time. Welcome to the group. Yeah, you're good. We've had way worse, so you're one of our better ones for sure, and you deserve
That's-
what you earned.
that's why
Yeah.
I feel like I consider myself like on the level, like in between new and experienced, because I'm not new and I'm not experienced, so I'm just like in the center of it.
Yeah.
I know what to do, but there's a lot of stuff I don't know.
You're a seasoned adventurer. You've got a little bit of experience under you. So,
Yeah, I guess that's the word for it.
I'm glad I was able to invite you, man.
I have no life, and I was just looking through D&D Discord server, and I found that one.
awesome. Glad you
And
joined
honestly,
it.
I was looking for that. I was just looking for anything to do, honestly.
Ethan's our,
Yeah.
one
I'm
of our best
constantly
recruiters.
bored, and I spend half my time creating a D&D characters on D&D Beyond, to the
So
point
that-
where now I have 39 characters created, and only one of them is being used for an actual campaign.
One.
Now you can start building OD&D
Actually,
characters here and actually use
So-
them. So,
So far, only 3 people. Out of all the people I invited, only 3 people have played.
yeah, that's fine. It's
Which is
gonna be
actually-
like that. Yeah, invite 10, one place. You know, that's pretty good. So,
Yeah.
well, thank you guys for
May I
playing.
have?
We'll pretty much wrap it up here. We're kind of over time, but you guys did good today, I would say. If you do think you need post-time game activity, that's fine, I suppose. Do you guys need to do anything in between adventures? Or otherwise you'll just upgrade
No.
when you arrive
Have-
next game. So pre-game.
Have how much money does LEFTREB have?
He's got like 14 maybe? Let me double check. Yeah, he's got 14 coppers. He's pretty wealthy.
14 is considered wealthy then.
Wait, wouldn't he have how much coppers did he get paid?
Today he got paid 1.
So, because last time I had checked on my character sheet, he had 14. He doesn't spend on anything, so he should have 15.
That's right. Did you buy gear today with him?
I know he didn't buy any gear, I don't think.
The last report, if you look up LEFTREB, it says he has 13 on his record. Maybe he bought like food or arrows or something.
Maybe I have an outdated. I might have an outdated record then.
Yeah, for
But
the
I asked him if he should get some more arrows. Get him some more arrows.
Okay, sure.
'Cause he-
Let me see what the
He's running
merchant
out.
says. Merchant has a really bad deal on arrows right now. The shipment on arrows is pretty small, and a lot of people have been buying ammunition. So, right now arrows are very expensive. Unfortunately, it's basically it is currently 4 coppers for 10 arrows. It's like
4 copper for 10 arrows.
4 times the normal price. That's how bad it is.
That is bad. It's LEFTREB willing to do that? Key's an NPC.
I mean, he's got 4 shots left. Let's see. LEFTREB is reacting positively, maybe, to the deal.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a pretty good deal. He's willing to listen to you too. So if you order him to go buy ammunition, he accepts the order. And willingly will buy overpriced arrows. Right, they're 4 times the cost right now.
Do not like that at all. Might need to start making our own.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to make arrows. Yeah. Or
What's
if you
it
can-
called? Fletching.
Yeah.
Like
Fletchers.
a fletching business.
So naturally, that's what the settlers are here for, right? So the more settlers you got, the more trade occupations you got.
Yeah.
Like cooks, fletchers, bowyers.
Right.
Right.
Would it be more
Armorers.
possible to buy local arrows instead of from the merchant?
Buy local arrows? What do you mean? Oh, the settlers?
Yeah, from the settlers. Like,
Well, you'll have to visit them then. So the settlers, for the most part, were doing terribly, right? Like most of them can't do their trade yet. They're focused on survival. So most of them are just trying to like
okay,
build shelters and find food right now, right? And get
Okay.
water sources. But eventually, if the land becomes safe enough, they'll be able to do their trade, right? And then you can buy stuff from them.
well, we made a step forward, making it safer. So
Yep, clearing out those
very small
cannibals.
step.
Yeah, we'll at least secure that area. So now they don't really have to worry too much with the cannibals for now, right? You definitely helped out with that. So the eastern settlers,
Yeah.
the ones settling the eastern lands or the east of the shore, further in the forest, will be safer. A little safer
Yeah.
today.
Any plans they had for attack probably been reduced.
But for the most part, the Vikings, what they do is they come to the shoreline and they ask for payment, right? And so basically Mixon, he pulls in taxes from the settlers, whatever he can, from what they can gather, whether it be wood, food, women and children, and it will send them off to the Vikings, right? So.
Bad. Well, that was a good
That way there's
game.
peace.
Do you
between
plan
the
to-
land. So there's currently peace between the Vikings and us. So, due to that fact.
Yeah,
It's not a good peace, but
I have
it's
any more-
peace.
it's not good peace, but it's peace. So, do you have any more plans of running another game tonight?
There will definitely be another game tonight, so.
Hell
Well,
yeah,
it's
I'll be
on-
there.
After the report is sent
what-
up, I'll host another game.
Hell yeah.
What time?
I was,
Maybe in an hour or so. I'm gonna go get food too. I'm gonna eat and then I'll come back and play.
yeah, I haven't ate anything all day, so I need to eat too.
Alright, I'll
Is
see you
that-
guys.
This morning I accidentally dropped my.
So
Bro,
all
okay,
I
make sure you
know
eat, bro.
is
Yeah.
I could join, but then I have a D&D session at 12 o'clock, so
How many hours from now?
at midnight. For me, it's 8:37 p.m. So that would be 4 hours. No,
4 hours from now?
yeah, 4 hours.
Okay. Maybe then. I'm not sure. You might be willing. You might be able to join if our game is short enough. But most of the time, you want to have at least 4 hours cleared. I mean, 3 hours cleared before you
Right.
join one of my games.
And
Yeah.
most likely I'm not gonna risk it.
Yeah, no worries, bro.
So I probably won't join that one.
It's all good. Yeah.
Well, hopefully we'll have people join then.
The next one, yeah. All right. Take care, gentlemen. I'll see you guys at the.
Yep.
Or I'll see you guys next time.
See you
Thanks for
on
playing.
Yeah.
Take care.